Hi guys. For those that are new, anybody here that's new, welcome to my channel, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie. I have already done 2 individual readings for the monthlies for September. I've done Virgo and I have done Libra. Right off the top, let's get that out of the way. Here, there are 10 more left. I'm going to try to cram them all into one video. I can't see myself making 10 videos. I'm too tired. I'm busy. So I'm just trying to whatever, but well, I will timestamp them when the video is done. When the readings are all done, I will timestamp them. But just look below the video window and you'll see that you can go right to your, just click on it. You can go right to your signs. You don't have to sit through the whole thing. I'm still waiting to be told which direction to go in here. Oh, Lilith, I'm sorry. I kind of forgot about her for some reason. I'm going to let her lay there for a minute, and same with my selenite. We get a few people in here. There we go. I'll just let them stew. They're simmering over the, the smudge. Anyways, thanks everybody for coming in and for being here. So I got 10 videos to do. And see, if I had a little time, mine doesn't work on the computer. I don't know why. And I've got a tablet, and it won't work on that either. To have a little timer to, geez, that's something I never do. It goes against everything, right? For me to put time limits on a reading, personal or public or general, whatever, it doesn't matter. I just keep going until the card is done, and I know it's done. I've always said that right here on my chest, I get a weight when I'm reading. And when that weight lifts, then I know that card's done, and then I move on to the next card. I always go by that. It's just that it becomes a physical thing for me. It's almost like on the edge of hyperventilating, but not. But it's kind of like that. It's hard to describe. Anyways, who all we got in here right now? We are going to be starting 2 B words in a row now. We're going to be starting with Scorpio for September 2018. Okay, or 2019. Whoa, where did that come from, eh? People are going to accuse me of being scattered and distracted, and their time is valuable. Good evening, Lachey. How are you? Hi, Catherine. Hey, Jennifer. Tanya, welcome. Everybody says red's my color. So I thought I really want to, not egotistically, but I wanted to have a stronger presence for some reason tonight. Trying to make up for my temperament the last day or so. Anyways, I said I'm not going into these until I'm downright in red. And this was a last second thought. I said I'm wearing red just because people like it anyway. So, but just for the punch that it gives, right? Hi, D'Amica. Hey, Cindy. Yeah, see, red is your color. Hey, Elizabeth. Hello, Dr. Armando. How are you this evening? Hi, Deb. We are collective souls. You're right. Hello, Michelle. I knew you'd be here. You would try to be here. This is your sign. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Oh, yeah, you're being real funny, aren't you, Dr. Armando? Don't you know Aquarius is always the last one? 12 months of the year, they're always the last one to be. I don't know. I got nothing against Aquarians. I got a couple that are good friends. But on here, and people say, why is and it's always Aquarians. I'm not making that up. It's a fact. It's true. Why do you always leave Aquarius to the last? Do you not like Aquarius? Do you not like us Aquarians? And I'll say it here again for anybody that doesn't know. I begin in the birthday month. It's just the way I do it. Right now it's Virgo, right? For the month of September. So we begin the readings with Virgo. Happy birthday. You don't have to wait. It's your birthday, you know? And when January rolls around and it's time for Aquarius, then and only then am I going to do the Aquarius reading, and I'll be sending out a birthday wish along with it. You guys get yours read first when it's your birthday month. It's pretty simple. And people get, I don't know, Just really weird. Yeah. Hey, Chelsea. I have done Virgo already. Libra and Virgo, Chelsea, are done. You just have to go back into the home page, right, of the channel, and you should see Virgo there. Virgo is there. Virgo was the first one. Virgo's birthday, see? Hi, Linda Burnett. It's good to see you, too. Welcome, 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 everybody. Everybody's in the house tonight. Feels like a Friday to me. Hello, Sabrina. Hey, Olivia. How are you doing? Welcome back. Are Harley and Sid both Aquarians? Michelle, I didn't know that. Wow. Hi, Pam. Welcome. Hey, Deb. It is. It's, you know, like the birthday, right? But, yeah, but these people, when they complain, don't crack me up. But I know where you're coming from, right? But, oh, my God. Like, I don't even want to go there because I worked my way out of it. I just was... So many times I don't say anything. And I do what I should do. When people leave really outrageous comments that are outrageously negative, it's narcissism at its best. That's the bigger picture there, what's going on with some of these people. And a lot of times I don't say a word to anybody. I see a negative, I just go. If it's really bad, I just bring up my options and I just block them. And they can never come into the channel again. They can't leave comments. They may think they're in the channel. And sometimes you can set it so they come into the channel, they can see the reading, but they can't comment. They're blocked from commenting. So, and a lot of times that's just what I do very quietly. Oh, well, thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here, too. I didn't know that, Michelle. I'm speaking to Intuitive Candles. Her name's Michelle. I didn't know that the girls... No. What are you doing? Get out of that. Go to bed, you little shitter. I got groceries in tonight. Had to get one of my boys to go get groceries because I couldn't get out to get them. I bought a couple cases of Diet Pop and they're stacked there. He just knocked them all over. Go to bed. Go to bed. Anyway, we got enough people here. Let's begin this. I already put the smudge up. If you missed it, I'm sorry. You can catch it on the replay. This is for Scorpio. Yeah, that usually Deb will pull you out of it if you can get a good laugh, right? Hi, little Tony's mummy. Hey, Nirole. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hello, Tina Marie. Oh, the baby. Yeah, he didn't hurt himself or he would have screamed. He would have yiped. He didn't hurt himself. Cases of pop are heavy. I'm surprised he didn't catch his foot under it or something. Now he's trying to get into the boxes. There's something you're not going to be able to do any harm to. Go ahead, you keep chewing on those boxes. The worst can happen is he'll get through the box, he'll get into a can, he'll puncture it, and he'll get a soda bath. And I'm dropping the cards. Okay, come on, everybody. Come on, guide, spirit. Spirit, spirit, spirit. This is for Scorpio, and my cards are all backwards again. What's going on? What is going on? The way things are going, anybody here tonight thinks their time is extremely valuable, and they don't have time for my clumsiness, my distractions, my unpreparedness. You better leave now. It's going to be one of those nights, so don't stick around. Come back tomorrow when you can see it, the replay. I know that those people are few and far between, but lately there seems to be one in every reading. So, all right, I'm going to do one run through. Yeah, we're 11 minutes in now. Okay, this is for Scorpio. I'm gonna cut right here. I don't know what's going on with these cards tonight. They don't want to work with me. Lilith, where'd you go? You were here. Where were you? You were very close by. I set you so I wouldn't have to look for you. Where did you go? Where did she go? Oh, come on. I set her. I didn't put her down my bra. Sometimes I lose stuff. Oh, there. I got it. I put it over the smudge bowl, remember? There we go. All right. Yes. Thank you very much, Michelle. I got it. Tina. Thanks. All right. We want to know here. Just let me check and make sure with her. Okay, Lilith. I didn't know whether to do 3 cards or 5. We'll see as I get going. I may have to cut back. I don't know. As this deck stands at the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for the September monthly general public reading for the sign is Scorpio, September 2019. Are these the cards that are meant for this Scorpio general public reading? Okay, she's lagging to me. She's saying yes, and she's not veering off the yes. So I'm going to go with that, but she's low on energy tonight. Maybe I'm working her too hard. I thought about pulling Charles out tonight, last minute, but I didn't. All right, so I'm going to go with 5 cards for Scorpio. We're just going to wing it here. Let me get into my own window. There we go. I don't think I have any moderators in here right now tonight. So everybody, please just click like to show your support for the channel. Share it if you'd like. Okay, first a card, overall energy Scorpio, is the Queen of Swords. Who's that now? And then in your wealth and finances, we got the King of Pentacles. We got the 2 of Wands in your hearth and your home. Nice card. Your challenges, should there be any. Knight of Wands, interesting activity. And then we have your message from Spirit, card number 5, Page of Cups, and imagination. And you know what? Even though we're leading out and opening with the Queen of Swords, I'll tell you what I'm getting here. Even though she's a heavy card, she's a heavy hitter, she's a heavy player, she's important, you would think that that would kind of, I don't know, take the first layer of skin off the rest of the month, but it doesn't. This is a very, more than anything, if I would have to say, you're going to be okay during September, Scorpio. This is more, there's a lighter feeling to September. There's a feeling of not lighter, because I'd have to say lighter than what, but there isn't anything. There won't be any big blocks in your way. There won't be any huge, huge challenges of any kind. This is a very, September is going to be an easy month for you guys. It's just that simple. So, I don't know, right? The Queen of Swords. Boy, there's a force to be reckoned with. I tell you, this whole energy. You know what I'm getting for you guys? The rest of the month, because she's where she's at. Following protocol. Doing things the way you flip and know they should be done, and not taking shortcuts or cheaping out, because you're going to pay for it if you do either or. All right? Keep your integrity. Do everything right here. And what is integrity? The best description I ever heard was off of a meme, and it said, integrity is what you do when no one's watching. You do something good anyway, and you're not going to get credit for it. Nobody's ever going to know it was you. That's real integrity. You just do something wonderful. You touch your light on whatever it is, and then you walk away. There's a message right there for you guys. Did you hear what I just said? Okay? Leave your light in everything that you touch, every person you encounter. I know you can't really consciously say that. Ask the universe to be the fuel that will drive that kind of behavior. And I gotta take my own words. I've got nothing Scorpio. Now, somebody told me, a numerologist once, it's Scorpio something. I don't remember. Lisa Cliff is the one. If you're here, Lisa, I'm in my other screen. I can't see who's here. I don't see my text box. So I don't know who's present, who's not. Hey to all the newcomers, whoever you are, if I just missed you. It's doing everything the proper way, the way it's supposed to be done, even if it's the longer way, even if it's the harder way. You do the right thing in the right way, no matter what you're doing. And because of that, most of you are going to adhere to that. And no, you can't be conscious of all this every second of every day that you put in for September. Of course not. But if you ask the universe to help guide you, you don't even need to be conscious. You just need to be present, right? That can work that way too. Speak for me. Use me as your tool, right? This is, where's my book? Because I need the keywords and I need the, again, I haven't, and I'm not memorizing the keywords for every flippin' 78 card and the advice. I'm not doing it. But I'll get around to it. Maybe I'll make some quick shorthand notes or something. There she is. This card was meant to come up. I usually have to sit for a minute and go through the pages to find what I'm looking for, and I opened it, and there she's right there. She's right there. The keywords with this card are fairness and balance. You see, indecisiveness, decision, strength, justice, support. The advice is to look to facts before you make any decisions about anything here. Be prepared to make strong decisions, or even for some of you, to respond to a final decision that will be made by a woman. That's all that's coming forth as far as the generic meaning, the advice. The keywords, again, I'm sorry, I read the wrong ones, is intelligence and independence. It's leadership, insight, absolute intolerance. I love that about her. Determination, and this real justice. You're seeing justice. It's something that's justified, and justice being paid, bringing in a balance for somebody. This energy, she is very intelligent, and she's very highly driven because she's very motivated. Don't get in her way. Don't get in this energy's way. Don't mess and muck up your own destiny. Get your ass out of the way, because these things are meant to flow the way they're flowing for the month of September. She commands a lot of respect. Some people may even quake a bit in her presence. What I mean by that is, to some people, she's like an ice queen. Or, well, a scorpion with a real severe sting. Living up and fulfilling the Scorpio name is what's going on here. Nobody's going to BS you. You're going to see right through people. Boom, boom. You're going to be very sharp and have a lot of clarity during the month of September. That's what's going on here. You're on the ball. You're in the moment. You're on the spot where you're supposed to be. That's why. The month is just flowing along for you. Yes, you'll deal with daily practical things. Of course you will. Will there be, upsetting moments? Probably. You are living on terra firma. I question people that try to live their life in the metaphysical, in the esoteric, or being, living within the light, living within the laws of the universe. And that's all they do. They don't have their feet on the flipping ground at all. They're flighty. They're flaky. I'm sorry, but they are. In today's world, you'd have to be a flippin' lighthouse keeper, maybe. That would be cool. You'd live all alone on a small, tiny little island that only holds a lighthouse. It'd be the only way you could live like that, because in the real world, nobody can walk around like that and survive it. I think you'd get eaten up by the whole world. Unless you're living in a retreat somewhere where everybody's like that, and that's your world. But, I think you guys know where I'm coming from. Deal with reality, and that's what she's all about. Don't waste her time. Nobody should ever try to waste her time. She needs to be taken seriously. She won't waste time on you. You can't BS her. She sees a truth in a heartbeat, in a flash. This card often does represent, as far as male to female, it usually does represent, of course, the female scorpion is what it normally represents. It can lean the other way at times as well. I don't get a lot of that with when I'm reading. When I'm doing readings, it's very, I don't know, I don't say there's a woman, you know, or there's this boy, or there's this person. I don't do the gender thing, male and female. It's usually meant for whoever's watching the reading. I don't isolate that because I don't feel prompted to do that. I don't feel driven to do that. Coming up in your reading, another thing about this card for you guys, during the month of September, you may be challenged because it may be time for you to start showing your real strength of character. You may be tested, okay? And you maybe feel like somebody's trying to push you up to your limits, right? So beware of that. But overall, it's great. Your next card we're looking at here, Scorpio, is the King of Pentacles. In your finances and in your wealth, it's a great card. This is a really, really, really nice card. Of course, it being Pentacles, we're looking at money, we're looking at career, we're looking at creativity. Usually the arts are involved. We're looking at a really colorful placement. When you get Pentacles, there's nothing gray or dark about them. Well, other than the fives are always nasty stuff to have to deal with. But the Pentacles are all about color, excitement, higher energy, better energy, quick moving energy. There's a lot of smiling, a lot of laughing. This is falling into your finances and into your wealth sector here. So we're looking here at and when I say wealth, yes, it's your finances, but when I say wealth, I don't mean just monetary. I mean wealth in life in general, wealth in health, wealth in family, wealth in support, love, work, just having an abundant life. And some people do, and some people do for a while, and then they don't. And some people always do. Don't ask me. I don't know. It's not something I've given a lot of thought to. But a lot of people have said, why are they thriving so well? They're not even nice people. I don't get it. I have no answers, really. Why do some things seem to float to some people just by them just thinking about something? And other people can wait a year, 2 years to try to bring something into try to make something happen. This is life. But with this card is all about loyalty, basically. This card, loyalty and trust. He's very trustworthy, this king, by the way, this King of Pentacles. Did I say knight? Because it's a king. I'm stuck on the knights. I don't know why. This is a card of ambition, of trust, of being protective, of standing your ground. It's about being, if you're committed to something here for you guys, if you're committed to a project of some kind or some kind of a relationship, this energy is bringing forth being loyal till the very end with someone else or with other people or something you've committed to, a job, career, something like that, finishing something. Somebody's building a house or a camp. They're finishing it. They're vowing, I'm going to finish this before winter. I'm finished. I just seen a guy, and that's what he was doing. And he's telling himself, I am going to finish this. I don't know why he's saying that. There's something has caused him to say, no, if I finish anything, if I do anything, I'm finishing this cottage, I'm finishing this camp. But it's like in the woods kind of, I don't know who that applies to. But here we go. I mean, these things happen from time to time. All I do is pass them on, is all I do. But this brings about your loyalty, and you realize what a good person that you really are, Scorpio. When you're loyal to the end. You give of yourself, your essence, your personality, your character, your presence at 100%, right? And that's the way everybody should be. The card shows most of you having a real hands-on attitude for the month of September. You're going to be busy, physically, literally busy. If you see a need, roll your sleeves up and help out. Fill in the empty spots that you see in your life around you. If you're able to fill a need, please do so. Move forward. As the U card in this reading, the Scorpio, this card represents generosity and love. What you gain, you will share with the people who are most important to you. The advice of this card for you guys: protect what is yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. Enjoy the rewards that success is going to bring you. So again, we're looking at a really good month, and not just financially. I heard you're holding your own financially for most of you. I know that's not going to apply to everybody. Your keywords are money and protection and power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. All the wonderful things of life. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Your next card we're looking at here is your hearth and your home, and this is another beautiful card. You know, people that don't know tarot and they don't know about it, they go, well, what could that card mean? It's only a 2. It can change your flipping life if it wants to, if that's the message that comes forward. But you got the 2 of Wands. Wands being representative of fire and the fire signs, all about passion. Passion of your creative side, passion of love, passion for many different things. For all of us, it's very different. And taking risks. Wands are all about risk-taking. It's an exciting card. They look quite boring and dull, do they not? It's not a whole lot of flash. That's the crap you have to watch for in real life. It's the stuff that doesn't grab your attention. Okay? Being extra aware. Again, the clarity is really humming for the month of September for you guys, okay? You're real quick. You're seeing things very quickly. You're picking up on things around you very quickly. Nuances, energies, physical things going on around you. You're very super, super, super aware for the month of September. When this card comes together, of course, the first thing is it's 2. And it is a union, usually. It is a joining of 2 into 1. This card represents visions and dreams. And this is all about meeting somebody, or meeting a middle ground with somebody you already know or haven't met yet. And it's all about the meeting of the minds is what it is. Meeting somebody, this is beautiful, and it may only happen once or twice in your life. It may be platonic, or it could be romantic. It can go either way. But we're looking here at 2 people coming together that can almost literally read each other's thoughts just by looking at them quickly. They can be in a crowded room and they can give each other that look, and you know what it means. It's time to leave. Can you believe that guy? Can you believe what she wore? You know? And you can read each other, but you enhance each other's lives. There's a strong, strong connection here. No, don't want to hear that. All right. 1 is married, and you shouldn't be reacting to them in that way. You shouldn't be moved in that way. I don't know who that's for. Play nice. Okay? Get your hands out of the nasty. Back up. You get a crowded room full of people, all kinds of things can go on. You know, we're all closed into a... Man, oh man, the hormones... the endorphins, people being, I mean, because even if you don't wear a scent, if you don't wear a cologne or a perfume, we still give off these pheromones, right? And sometimes it happens. But that's what I heard. Somebody's, yeah, the other person, one of you is married already in a supposedly solid relationship and marriage. So back up there, please. And this is hard to resist for somebody in that situation. It's terribly hard because you feel like you're going against your natural instincts because you're drawn to each other. But you broaden, for those that are on the up and up, you broaden each other's lives. You open up the world in a way that you never even imagined, never occurred to you. Being places you never thought of before. Seeing things that weren't, you're sure they never crossed your mind on anything in any way. And there you are. You do this to each other. You nourish each other. You feed each other. You support each other. And this is beautiful. This is your home life. Home life for you guys, I don't care, right across the board. Even if you're in a turbulent home life, even that's going to calm down. You're going to notice a calmer atmosphere within the house. This is a beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful. The advice of this card, look for those around you who share your visions and then work together for the greatest result. So something that's food for thought for some of you to think about. Keywords are partnership, creativity, and communication, travel, planning, learning, education. The big card, the big word with this little card is inspiration, which is very important. We all need to feel, it's how we feel alive when we're inspired. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But two people coming together here is unreal. And if you're looking for somebody, you're going to probably find the person that you're looking for. You're getting lucky. You're finding the person that you don't have to talk to your blue in the face with your veins popping to get them to understand where you're coming from. One simple, easy message, and you click with that person. And this is where you will make the most progress and the best time going forward with this. This is beautiful. The next card we're looking at here is the Knight of Wands. Activity. Activity is this card. These are your challenges here with this card. Normally a pretty good card. Geez, Scorpio. I've got all these signs running through my head right now. I keep hearing Taurus. Why do I keep hearing Taurus? This is Scorpio. Why do I keep hearing Taurus? Oh my God. I don't know what that's about. It's been, I don't know. I was anxious to get into these readings tonight. Like I just dragged all day, but no. I don't know what this is. What's going on? Why do I keep hearing Taurus? There could be a Taurus coming in, or a Taurus matters to one of you Scorpios. I don't know. But it's pretty, I don't know. It's like right there. It's got to be somebody, one of you is connected to a Taurus. Very, very strong here. This card's all about energy, and this is about energy coming right out of left field. Yeah, for some of you. Feeling like you're getting basically virtually knocked off your feet onto your butt. Things start moving pretty quick. Every aspect of your life gets a real quick, sudden, and it's sudden energy boost. It's good. There's nothing bad about it, that's for sure. It's a good thing. You just caught off guard and you aren't quite ready. All your lines of communications, things like your emails, text messages, phone calls, making decisions, thinking over some offers, making offers, opportunity, go on and on and on and on. These things are going to get real busy for you. You're going to be busy with these things during the month of September, but not out of control. You will not get overwhelmed. Like I said, the month of September is basically a very basic, easy month for you. In a lot of ways, it's good. I'm hearing Taurus again. Why am I hearing Taurus? This is crazy. Any personal projects you have on the go with this Scorpio, with this card. These things, now's the time to get into the zone. They really are going to be, you're going to get some benefit from them. You're going to start seeing some results, forward movement, some growth. Additional meaning of this card is travel. I may be moving house for some of you, and you'll find that you're able to move very, very quickly here. Just because of this energy. It's like, well, if anything ever meant to be, when I moved out here to Chance Harbor from the inner city of St. John, it's like, get me the hell out of here. It was the easiest move we ever made. It was the furthest we moved away, and it was the easiest move we ever made. It was so easy. We had a whole month to just once a week bring a load up, unload it, anything we didn't need, or weren't you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, it's like everything's falling into place, and you know that it's not just you, that the universe is working its magic and making everything flow forward here and fall into place. And you're going to say, this is meant to be. I know it is. So the moves are going to be fast. They're going to be quickly and easy. The advice is choose which people, Which situations or projects are going to benefit most from all your effort and your intention? Take on the big stuff you're going to get the biggest payout for, okay? Get the best results from right away. Work your way down to the smaller stuff. Stay grounded, and you'll make great steps towards success. Keywords: energy, movement, passion, focus, balance, communications, relationships. Your last card we're looking at here is the Page of Cups, Scorpio. And it's a nice card. It's a nice card. So there's good messages coming in. For any of you that are signal, if you're signal, Jesus, if you're single Scorpio, if you're single Scorpio, this page could be bringing you messages of love. This card also says if you've been looking for love, some of you may be feeling you're ready now. And this is what could be. Where are my cigarettes? I've been good, guys. I've been in here I don't know how long. I got 37 minutes. Yeah, okay. This could be somebody that's a friend of yours as well, a Scorpio, and this must be a Taurus. It's got to be someone that's a Taurus, and they're a friend, and all of a sudden that's going to change. They're going to either change the dynamics of your relationship, right? Or they're going to muck your relationship up and the friendship will end because somebody's coming forward to say, I think of you more than a friend. Or they're putting that message out there and you can't help but get it. It's different for everybody, whether you like that message or you don't. But it looks like for some of you, there is love coming to you in the very near future. Your creative projects are also going to flourish at this time as well. So you can take hope in that. There's that cabin again in the woods. God, buddy's going to finish it. I don't know who it is. He's wearing a checkered flannel shirt with black and that soft kind of, it's like a mustard yellow, but not bright. It's subtle with the black stripes. That's flannel, blue jeans, work boots. Hammering away. All by himself, too. The advice of this card is for you to enjoy the lighter side of life when this card comes out, and Spirit wants you to know that. Allow yourself time to play and let your imagination run free. Companionship, outings, fun, playfulness, imagination, love, news, finances. And that's probably part of the reason why this month feels as light as it does. It's because of this card too, and what it ends on. And that comes straight from Spirit. That's Spirit's way of telling you, just chill and hang loose. Who knows what November's going to bring? This sort of thing. This was your reading, guys. So I'm going to move on. I've got to start. I forgot the start time, but that won't be hard on this one since it's the first one. Okay. I have my pen here. I have my paper here. My book. There's my pen right there. All right. So the next sign that I'm going into here, okay, that one's done. Sagittarius, and the time 3939. How's that for a number? 3939. Ha 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 ha. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you Taurus Moon, Pam? Hi, Roberta. Welcome in tonight, Roberta. You don't have anything new to tell me? I haven't been in here, so I don't know what you're talking about. I read everything going on. I just hopped over to you guys to see you for a minute, guys. That was a gift from Coralie Carter. She's probably in here or did pop in from Ontario, Canada. And she sent that to me a couple of years ago. And she's like, the metal's supposed to glow in the dark, but it doesn't. But you know what? I love it. I love the chain. I love it. And I was driven to wear this tonight. I said, oh, no, wear the Cora's necklace. So I enjoy it too. You're very, very welcome. You okay, Kim? You're a Sag. Okay. No, didn't do Pisces yet. No. This is Sagittarius now. Let's get the shuffle up. I only put that one smudge up, guys. I'm at the bottom of my basket, and I'm not smudging for every sign. The one smudge is going to do the whole video. So I don't want them to be that long. I don't know. I might switch to 3 cards. I don't want to be here 4 or 5 hours, so. Oh, okay. Thanks, Michelle. I'm just like, what's she talking about? I haven't even been looking. Blake's a Taurus, is he? Yeah. No, Cancer's not done yet. A long way off, Donna, yet. Be a while. No, I started, little Tommy's, I started in the birthday month. No, I didn't. They're done. Virgo was done first, independently, all by itself, that reading. Then there was Libra. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get the rest of the signs all on one video. So I picked up where I left off and began with Scorpio. I just finished it. Now I'm going into Sagittarius and so on. And you have to follow them that way, work your way back, right? Until we get to Leo. So there's a long ways to go. I've got 10 videos and now I'm down to 9. I just did Scorpio, so I'm down to 9. Maybe, Michelle, could be. Whoever the guy is, he's bound determined to get it done before winter rolls around. Okay. All right. You're welcome, little Tommy's mummy. LTM. I'll just call you LTM. Okay. This is for Sagittarius. I don't know what's going on with the dealing here tonight. I am going to invest in one of those machines. You just pop the card, whole deck in, it goes brrr, mixes them up for you. Comes out the other end done. Now that would kind of ruin it, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have my vibrations and my energy. So this is for Sagittarius, September 2019. Hey, New Age Tarot. No problem, Annie. No problem. That's the direction we're going in. We're working backwards. I start with the birthday month, and it was Virgo this month, and it's done. Libra's done. Scorpio's done now. So I've only got 9 more to go. I may not get them all in, but we're going to try. Okay. Sagittarius. I don't know what's going on. It's like they don't want to work with me for some reason. Come on, guys. Okay, come on. I just couldn't see me doing 10 more independent videos. So I'm just going to try to get everybody in on one here. All right, I'm going to do the run through, cut the deck here. Who's messaging me? I'm not chatting right now, people. They got a long wait. That's all I can say. They've got a long flipping wait. Okay. I can't even get them to do, like, what's going on? Come on, Spirit. What's going on? Humidity, eh? We had rain today. The cards aren't sliding together easily. All right, I'm going to cut the deck right here. Frig that. There we go. There we go. Lilith, wake up, wake up, wake up. Of the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this reading for Sagittarius, this general public reading for Sagittarius for the month of September 2019. Of the top 5 cards that are meant for this reading. She's saying yes. Very nice, healthy yes. There we go. All right. Where are my... Just excuse me for one moment, please. One moment. Now I'm going to trip over that pop that the dog knocked over. Oh, dear. Probably stubbed my toe on it or something. Then you'll hear me swear. Just be a second, guys. Just warming up my tea here. There we go. Okay, here we go. It's a Sagittarius, Sagittarius, September 2019. Put my camera up here. All right. I did say 39, but that's not what happened at all, is it? Let me check the time here, make sure it's the same. It's 47, okay. Start at 47. There we go. It's 47, not 39. There, for Sagittarius. Okay. Let us go. Very first card, overall energy, we're looking at the Seven of Wands and endurance. I don't know if you guys see that. Seven of Wands, the overall energy for the month of September. Card number 2. Your wealth and finances here is the Six of Swords. Nice. Always like to see sixes. Third card, hearth, home, and family. We've got the King of Wands, practicality. Next card is your challenges, should there be any. Oh my goodness, Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, beauty. The next card we're looking at here, the last card, message from Spirit, Seven of Swords. All right, Sag. 1, 2. The very first card, we got the Seven of Wands here. Wands being about fire, being about passion, being about coloring your life. Sevens are all about possibilities. Things could possibly go a certain way. They could possibly go another. Being given possibilities, seeing the possibilities. It can apply with a lot of different people, but it shows you sticking with it. You're sticking it out, whatever it is. And dealing with possibilities. When you say, well, I'm sticking this out, I'm sticking with this, it says loud and clear, something's going on. There's something going on. And are you going to throw in the towel and say it isn't worth it and to hell with it and walk away? Or are you going to stand your ground and stick it out? There's the thing with that card. Sorry. There we go. There we go. I don't know why I'm getting emails. See. What am I doing? Where am I? There we go. We're looking here. Like I said, I'm not getting much more beyond that. It's sticking with something. It can't be the same for all of you. I know that. The card also brings up a sense of protection over something. This could be over a relationship, maybe having the endurance to go through a rough patch in a relationship, having the endurance to stick it out at work. You're going through something, somebody at work, you know, regular person's gone, you usually deal with every day, someone else is taking over, maybe they're on vacation, someone else is filling in, and they're a pain, they're a nightmare, and you just have to have the endurance to hold on until the other person comes back, kind of a thing going on there for somebody. But you got to keep your integrity front and center. Just like when we started out here with Scorpio, integrity was front and center for the month. You got to do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Keep your integrity in check for somebody as well, because you could encounter like a direct resistance from somebody else trying to get in your way or thwart your plans, or naysaying, bringing negativity and shadowing that over you. You got to watch out for that kind of thing. Stand your ground. Don't turn around and walk away, but keep your integrity in place. Do the right thing. Handle it the right way. Equally, you may find that you might need to defend somebody else who can't speak for themselves, or even for a small group of people. You may find yourself coming forward and having to speak on behalf of some people. It could be, it's probably a community thing is what it is. I don't feel like it's a union thing through work or anything, but I feel it's more community based. It's more people on the street kind of deal. And some of you may be finding yourself doing that. There could be an argument over some territory. Somebody's community. You may be under threat of losing the playground in the community, kind of a thing. If you do, you may find yourself fighting for it, and they're wanting to stick something else there that isn't really like appropriate. You're in a residential neighborhood, but it's also zoned for different kinds of businesses and stuff like that. And so you may find yourselves in an argument over territory and going before a board or before an approval committee or something like this. The advice of the card: say your words very loud, say your words very, very clearly, and then be prepared to negotiate. Okay? You don't let the opposite side, whoever's your opposing side, you don't let them see that you're weak in any way, shape, or form. All you want to exude is intelligence, and that'll be enough to scare them. Sagittarius, I've got 2 boys, and they're super intelligent. You know, other Sagittarius I've met, same way. Like, there's something about them that's very acute and in depth. Really, okay, I'll say it, because 2 of them are my sons, and they can be anal about certain things, right? They get anal about things. I like things just the way they are. Don't mess it up. Don't move it. Don't change it. Don't do anything. That's what I like. That's what I like. But there could be somebody going in direct resistance of your plan, so you may have to speak up here. You know, the advice is say your words loud and clear. Then be prepared to negotiate, and don't move until you know all the cards are out on the table. In a manner of speaking, you have the right, and you have the higher moral ground. If it's there, if you need to take it, don't again, with your integrity, right? Do all this with endurance and with courage. Go in prepared to win and walk away with a win and a success. You will get the results that you want. As far as tarot's concerned, you're going to see the results that you want. Anybody this applies to. Your keywords are defense and resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance is what's coming up with that card right there. That was your very first card, and that's your overall energy. So it looks like a little bit of challenge is going on here. You will be challenged, and you just know. Something makes your heart beat a little faster. You know you're alive. You feel the blood rushing a little quicker through your veins. Maybe you get a vein throbbing up here. No, you won't get that angry during the month. No, you won't. You won't lose it. You won't blow your top. You won't have a meltdown. But you may be aggravated a little bit, and it's always back to other people is the problem. They are the cause, is what's going on here. So that's probably going to be the biggest thing for you guys for the month of September, is having endurance and having a lot of stick-with-itness and having a lot of staying power in putting up with other people. You will feel like I've been putting up with everything. And it won't change your life. It won't ruin your day. It won't ruin anything. It's just annoying. And you wish you could just get past that. Let's get past that. Let's get through that. So there's that. The Six of Swords is in your finances and your wealth covering all the other areas of your life. We're looking at Six of Swords, which is really nice. Sixes are good. They're good boys. Sixes are good. They're always good. They bring a lot of common sense. They bring logic. They bring sense to your life. Everything becomes a little bit easier to handle except swallow. That's ACCEPT, to accept and to swallow things. It'll be easier to do that. It being a 6, it's showing that you're going to be in calmer waters. If you've come through some rough patches lately, any of you come through anything like that, then we're looking here at you're coming through that. You're coming out the other end of that, Sagittarius, and things are starting to. Somebody just kicked me. It must have been the dog under the chair. I just felt my foot. Okay, yeah, because the cat's getting a big tanking up on the water. I'm like, well, who's kicked me? Anyways, you're going to just be everything. again, this message is coming through. It's like the universe intervening in a way it's not done in quite a while. Got that a little earlier. You'll feel almost as if the universe was saving up. They were saving up some stuff. And you've come out the other end of this chaos, this rough water, this tidal thing that you've been riding for a while. And things are calming down now. You're coming into calmer waters. Everything's smooth. And you're being told, just get on that carpet and have a magic carpet ride. Just ride the waves very gently and very softly. And everything around just seems to be happening and falling into place almost with no effort from you. And you're saying to yourself, some of you will be saying, what the heck is going on here? What is this? And you'll know, you'll have an inner knowing say, this was all meant to all come to be at this time. I went through, and now things are going click, click, click as you're thinking back of what you may have just come through, and it starts to make sense. And you know what? You know what happens? All that crap you just came through, you forget about it like that. And all you can see is forward, what's in front of you. And you're letting that, and that's the best thing and the best gift that you can give to yourself is to let go what you've just come out of. Were you not miserable back there? Why would you keep thinking back there? It brings nothing but misery to you, even remembering. Why do you keep going? Because some people will do that. They'll hold on to that crap and won't let it go. You know, somebody in a bad relationship, like we're talking bad, it could be male or female too these days, or whatever, male or female, and there's some, physical abuse going on. And they go through all this trouble to break away from this relationship. And no, this hasn't happened recently or anything like that. This is just a message that I'm just picking up on this. I'm just letting myself be led. That's all. But you see, people, men do it. They'll work to get out of that, and they finally break free, and they've got their freedom back, and they're out of that bad situation. And 2 years down the road, they're still crying about what took place, and they won't let it go. I don't know, that's just kind of, why would you do that? Why would you break free out of that kind of a prison and they do nothing but ponder about being back there? Why are you not looking ahead? That message is meant for somebody. Listen the hell up. You need to listen up. You need to let that go. Let that shit go. Enough is enough. It took up enough time in your life, enough space in your life. It took up your energy. It took up your personality. It took up your love. It took everything from you. Why would you even want to remember that you went through that, let alone letting yourself just wander back there, and 2 years later you're still talking about it, and and you wonder why you can't keep a date going, and you can't, and people avoid you a little bit. They're tired of hearing about it. Really, and you should be too. All right, whoever that's meant for. This other than it's a really good card. This is about things calming down. You're to take advantage of that and be grateful that this has come into your life. This is a wonderful card. It's just time for more peaceful and calmer waters for you. This is a very reassuring card for you if you've suffered any upheaval, conflict, or any uncertainty recently. The 6 predicts physical journeys over water in general. Sees you moving on in positive ways. There could be new work ahead for somebody, and that could be on the horizon for somebody. And maybe you've come through a really rough work period. It was hell going to work every day. I've heard people work in call centers and read it in black and white right in the newspaper where they were like, reporters were sneaking around because they're hearing bad things about these call centers, right? The way people were being treated in the beginning and stuff like that. And one guy said, you know what, I walk to work every day, right? In the bracing cold, snowstorms, rain. And you know what? Every day I walk to work and I pray to God I'll get hit or run over by a bus before I reach the building. So I won't have to go to work that day, or maybe for a couple of days. That I won't have any say in it and I'll have to stay home. Yay me, kind of a thing. But that's bad. And if you're feeling that way in your job, it's time for you to really do something about this. I don't care if you've got 15, 20 years in and you're waiting another 10 years for retirement, or 20 years for it. Is it really? You're going to go through hell now so that you can enjoy your life down the road. What if you're not alive? You spent the last 10, 20 years flipping miserable. You should have made a change. Just make a change, just suck it up and hope for the best and move on. As long you live in the now is what's important. Right now. Right now. And you hearing this message right now is right important. Another meaning sometimes of this card is a sense of protection, and that you may find yourself prioritizing what's important to you. Really, after what I just said to you, you see. You could find yourself leaving behind the people or even situations that are no longer serving any good to you at all. It's time to make changes. You have to force yourself through it. Never going to change unless you change it. That's the truth, and if you're not going to change it, may I be blunt, shut the hell up about it if you're not going to change it. Nobody wants to hear it. They want to see action. Not talk, just do it. And then people will warm right back up to you again if you've been going through that. Here's the advice of the card, pretty simple. You go with the flow of life, and there's no need for you to be resisting any changes that may be coming up towards you, coming for you. Keywords are journeys and moving on, and immigration, in the way of going someplace that you've never been before, finding a safe haven, finding peace, resolution, and feeling protected by the universe that is around you. So that's a beautiful thing right there, and these are going on way too long. But anyways, we got the King of Wands. He's the king of practicality. Wands representing fire signs, passion, a lot of color with this card, a lot of stuff coming in with this card. I've been getting a lot of wands here tonight. I don't know why, but that's kind of weird too. And isn't it funny? I'm not hearing Taurus anymore at all. It just stopped. Isn't that funny? It's almost like something else was interfering. Like I felt like, get away. Get away. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like Tony. Or Taurus. Sorry, not Tony. Where'd Tony come from? Taurus. I'm not listening to myself. I'm not focused on what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be all over the place. Excuse me. So this King of Wands, he's very dapper. He's very proper. He is also somebody that if it's someone in your life, if it's not said, then this is you. Then usually the court cards do represent the person that's watching for themselves, right? So this shows you being a person of action now. No more yada yada talk talk. What did I just say? We don't want to hear it. Okay? So this is what's close to you, your home life, your personal life, your intimate life. Here's the thing, you can become a very engaging companion if you allow yourself to do that. Become more self-motivated, more dynamic, be more open-minded, be more open-minded in a way where you don't shut things down right away anymore. You stop and think about them, and you start to stop and think about what you're going to say in certain situations before you say them. Should I say that? If there's emotion involved when you want to say something, you should stop and think before you say it. Because it might come out the wrong way. It might offend somebody. If you can't put a good spin on something, maybe it's best to choke those words back at this time. It wouldn't be good for you. Here's the thing as well. Is, you know what, you may have a hard time here, Sagittarius, hiding what it is that you're thinking and hiding your feelings, because you're going to be like an open book during the month of September here. Okay? This is crazy. For some of you, you may be doing some traveling here as well. It could become something of an importance to you. And for some of you, you're connected to a lot of people from very, very different backgrounds than your own. And if you're identifying with this card, the King is indicating that you should maybe expect to find practical solutions to your practical problems, all right? Because they are about practical things in your life, your house, your car, your job, whatever, the practical things you do with every day. And also see to your network of friends and your professional contacts so they continue to grow. Keep in touch. You're being encouraged. There's a little nudge there. Make sure you put a little effort into some of your friends and your contacts and your colleagues. Your advice is to explore your passions and look to unconventional people in unconventional places, someplace you've never been before. You'll find inspiration as well. Exposing yourself to the new neighborhoods, new communities, new towns, new cities. are very inspiring. You want to get inspired, go someplace and do something you've never done before. Very inspiring. Here's a message for somebody. Now we are looking at, this is craziness. This is the Ace of Pentacles. What I tell you, here's an explosion of color in your life. Here's an explosion of color. God, don't look at my hands. They look terrible. I got to go and get myself done up there. Yeah, I'm getting distracted. But this is a beautiful, beautiful card. Oh, woe is me. I wish that was my challenge for the month, is to be able to accept all the good things that are coming in my life. Snap the hell out of it. Put a rubber band around your head and snap out of it. For those of you that may be asleep at the wheel a little bit. It's the Ace of Pentacles, for crying out loud. Right? There's so much good that comes with this card. So much good. I just love this card. It's a beauty. Of course, we're looking at creativeness. We're looking at money. We're looking at a lot of good things coming your way. There's this card of victory as well. We're looking at money coming in, and for some of you, it may come a little unexpectedly. This could come as a form of a gift, so that would be unexpected, or even somebody wanting to reward you a little bit by giving you something or giving you an opportunity to doing something for you. That's probably going to translate to cha-ching, money in some way, shape, or form. If it's affecting relationships, the effect will be absolutely beautiful with this card. It's going to bring a lot more stability in your home life, basically. For some of you, another meaning of this card sees you actually, again, you're moving to a new house. You're moving house. Any extra money you come in, you're going to be using that money wisely, and probably some of you will invest it into a property. We're talking that kind of money. You're not going to be stinking rich, but hey, you might be able to buy a piece of property or a home. Overall, the Ace of Pentacles reveals a very happy, stable, successful time for you. All right? You just need to open your arms up and accept it. And don't question it. Welcome it. Embrace it. And be thankful and put up gratitude for it as well. The advice of the card is maximize your good fortune and make your money work for you. Not so much you working for your money. You deserve it. It's time to make a wise financial decision for some of you out there when this card shows up as well, because money's come into the picture. So you're getting that nudges. Now you're not just counting it. You got to figure out what you're going to do, right? Your keywords are beginnings and finances, new job for some, success, property, security. And we're looking at creativity. And the last card we're looking at here, Seven of Swords. Message from Spirit. Be very, very careful, Sagittarius. This is the Thief card of Tarot. Keep your guard up. You need to keep your guard up with this card. Somebody could steal something that belongs to you. Just help themselves. There's too much of that crap going on lately these days. We're talking actual break-ins and this kind of a thing. Theft. You know, people, I don't know. Get a damn job. You want those things. That's what I say. Or feeding habits or stuff like this. But the Seven's known as the Thief card of Tarot, because it's revealing something that's going to be taken from you, or could be. Be aware, be clear, be alert. Often this card sometimes validates your suspicions. If you've been suspicious of anybody that can't be trusted, your intuition is telling you to not trust. You need to follow that, and you'll probably be validated as well eventually here. Look at the details of anything that you find yourself involved in, rather than just agreeing to some offer or something somebody puts in front of you. Hey, sign this while you're here. Read it first. If somebody gives you something, brings you something, don't just accept it and say, oh, great. No, you've got to think through. You got to look at the details of stuff, especially if your intuition is speaking to you and fluttering a little bit. Something's wrong. As you put the brakes on, say, I'll let you know in a bit. Not right yet. Take that out of here. I'm not signing for that right yet. This kind of a thing. Follow your instincts. Learn how to trust your instincts and your intuition. And if you're suspicious of somebody, wait until you've got some genuine evidence to prove your suspicions, all right? You will be validated because you are going to find something, or something is going to unfold in such a way you won't even want to step up and take the glory for being right. You'll just know there. And everybody knows I was right. I'm not going to say told you so. I'm just going to walk away and say nothing. And really, that's the best thing you could do. It really shows you have a lot of class, is what it does. This card is here to tell you to take extra care of your possessions as well, and protect yourself from negative people who could be stealing and draining your energies from you, leaving nothing left. Then never mind anybody else, but nothing left for you. And some people are bad that way. You know, I always say, you know, God may love you, but I don't have to. You know, just get away. Kind of a thing, right? The advice of this card: protect your assets, examine the motives of others carefully, and be on your guard. Theft, negative people, insecurity, intuition, mistrust, decisions, and protection. That is your reading, Sagittarius. And we're now going to move into Capricorn. Once I get a drink of my nice tea that I heated up and got cold. I'll pop over for just a moment here to say hi to everybody. Hey, everybody. Hi, Terry. Hi, Kim. We got a couple Kims. GC Pellerin. Hi. And Lisa Marie. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Twanda. The energy. Yeah, I know. Pyres, eh? Yeah. Well, how many's that now? What have I done since I've come on? Scorpio and Sag, just 2? Oh my God. I can't even stop, take a break. This is craziness. I'll never get these all done tonight, but I'll title them what they are for the ones I do get done, okay? It's only 2. Jeez. I still have 8 more to go. That's not going to happen tonight. There's no way. No, that's not going to happen. Not unless I kick back on some of the cards. And you know what I might do? I think I'm going to switch right now. I'm going to do my 3-card reading is what I'm going to do. So we're going to go by, this is for, the next sign is Capricorn. We're going to go by the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month, and anything else that comes up in between, okay? Thank you very much, Lachey. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here tonight, by the way, as well. Thank you so much. Okay. Capricorn. You never know what you're going to get with a Capricorn reading. You never know what you're going to get. Hey, Cheryl. Capricorn, eh? Yeah. All right. What's going on for Capricorn for September 2019, please? Please bring forth some enlightenment, some direction. And what can they anticipate during the month of September? I'm going to do one run through, and I'm going to cut the deck. Yeah. All right, Lilith, you come here, dear. Spirit, spirit, spirit. All right. This is for Capricorn. September 2019 general public reading are the top 5, no, the top 3 cards, sorry, the top 3 cards, the cards that are meant for this Capricorn reading for September 2019. This is a general public reading, are the top 3 cards, the cards that are meant for the spread, bringing enlightenment, clarity, direction, anticipation. Yes, she says very, very clearly, very, very clearly. And let me timestamp this, 1:15. 1:15. There we go, for Capricorn. All right, first 3 cards. The High Priest. Very strong card. High Priest. That's your overall energy basically for the month, and it's covering the first part of the month here for you. Just break it into 3. 6 of Cups in the middle of the month. I love the 6s. Reflection. Reflection. And the final card, the 3rd card. Oh, no. Well, doesn't have to be bad now. It doesn't have to be bad, but this is what we got. This is what we've got. It's the Tower, and nobody ever likes to see the Tower. But you know what? Some things, I'm sorry, and that's the second time tonight I'm getting this energy. Who's in a bad relationship? And I mean bad. I'd like to know who. I don't really want to know. Don't tell me. Don't do that. I'm not asking you to come forward or anything like that. But this is twice that I got this tonight. Feeling like somebody's in a bad place. And I got to be hard. And I got to say this again. The only one that's going to get you out of that is you. All right? You've got to basically... You gotta crash the boat. You gotta break the tower. You've got to burn the tower to the ground almost. In the oceanic, it's a ship caught in a perfect storm. But it's the Tower. The meanings are the same thing. There's somebody here tonight. Somebody is here, and you need to make a huge life change. Okay, I'm sorry, Capricorn, but you do. There's somebody within the group here. No, they're not Cheryl. You're right, Cheryl Morrissey. That's what I said. It's not always bad. But somebody here, I'm feeling it, and in the last reading, somebody's in a really bad situation, and you've got to get yourself out of it. Nobody's going to do that for you. You've got to do it yourself. You're free now, Rita. Good for you. And I bet you it was a hard thing to do. Yeah. Okay. So we got the High Priest here for you Capricorns today. And Capricorns, boys, I know a few. Oh my God, they're firecrackers. Usually, right? They can sting like a Scorpio, but they're more like in your face, right? And Scorpios are kind of quiet and laid back a little bit. They think things and they ponder and they're a little quieter. And Capricorns are in your face, right? Kind of thing. They don't pull any punches with anybody. That's the ones I know. They're just like you. You always know where you stand with them. There's the thing, right? This card here is bringing a lot of wisdom into your life, Capricorn. This is also the teacher card of tarot as well. He's the educator, the teacher. And you see where he's got his hand raised open here because he's offering you some wisdom that's going to make things a little bit easier for you. I'm sorry to hear that, Twanda. You're welcome, Patricia, and thank you for saying that. I need to hear that. I've had a couple bad comments this week, and I got real pissed. I'm okay. I'm over it now. I don't give a crap what people think. But sometimes some people, you just delete them or block them. You don't even argue with them. You just get rid of them. I do that a lot. I don't even tell anybody about it. I just move on. Forget about it, and I don't let it get to me. But then sometimes people will say things. It's like, how dare you? And I'm going to give them peace of my mind because that's just the way I grew up. Speak your frickin' mind. Or it burns a stomach, a hole in your stomach. You get so upset, and I don't like that. So, yeah. Yeah, this color here is, wow. This color, you guys are talking about color. This guy, he's one of my top cards, favorite cards, like personally to like. Because he brings so much wisdom. What I think is real cool about him and his energy, this is energy. Now, please listen to this. You may get some power in this or find some inner power. He stands, okay? There's a portal, if you can imagine, between this world, terra firma, the physical world, and the other side, the other dimension, right? He's got a foot in each. He sits right in the middle. 1 foot in each world. He knows everything that goes on. Everything. That's why he's so wise. To have him come into a reading is really a good thing. It's truly, truly a good thing. He also has a balance and a fairness to him as well. He sometimes, do you ever, we deal with this all the time. There are things we don't want to do, but we have to do. He kind of makes you face that too. And sometimes we see things that we want and it's got our name written all over. It's for us, but there's something tagged to it. In this case, when he shows up, there's a restriction of some kind. Sensing and experiencing in many different ways for everybody, but a sense of restriction going on here. But you know what I heard right on top of that for you? Is the sense of restrictions for your own good. And you're going to be glad for it later. You'll be grateful that you had that later. So, Dawn Parent, you were the very last one, and we read you. Dawn Parent, go to my email. Send me an email, because we wondered if you were there. We kept calling or something. I don't know. But anyway, just a moment. I've got to scroll down. Hold on. Okay, you need to send me an email. I don't care what you put in it. Just say mini reading. I'll see your name, Dawn Parent, right in the email. I know it's from you. And what I'll do, your phone had died. That's why, see, but we did do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up that mini reading. I don't know if I'll do it tonight. I'm going to be burned right out, but if not tonight, then tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll bring up that mini reading and I'll try to find, I'll listen to it, I'll turn it on, I'll rewatch it, and try to scroll ahead and try to find you at the very end. And I'll get the time that it begins. And then I'll email you that time. Okay? If we were in, say, 2 hours and 40 minutes, then I would send you 2:40. You would bring the video back up again and you would scroll. Click with your mouse and scroll ahead till it said 2 hours and 40 minutes. And that's where your reading would begin. So that's what I'll do for you. Okay? Oh, thank you, Tia. I'm real sorry about that, Dawn. Really, yeah. So anyways, we'll get you taken care of there. But anyways, I'm back in here again. I got to get back into this card. The High Priest, he's really good. He usually represents in the forefront our Orthodox religions, ceremonies, and this kind of a thing. And sometimes what this card brings forward is somebody has fallen for somebody else from a different background, traditional, and everything is different. And you're feeling really big restrictions in a possible really good relationship here due to your backgrounds, right? And due to the differences between you. That sometimes represents somebody there in that way. So what else with you? Yeah, there's restrictions. Somebody's being, and it's for your own good. I'm hearing that very strongly for probably more than a handful of you. But you'll be grateful for it later with this card. The keywords and the advice of the card. He's so vital. He's so important. If that was from you, Dawn Parent, you guys hear the bell? That's my email. That was from you, Dawn. Thank you very much. I will get back to you. I'll find out where it's at exactly. Okay. Here we go. Yes, he always brings, where he's a teacher card and he brings forth lessons. He's also the educator. Somebody out there may be thinking about returning back to school, college, university, trade school, anything like that to sharpen your skills or gain some new ones. That's just your everyday stuff, right? But he does also predict that there's going to be a unity going on in two different ways for a lot of you. For some, there's going to be a unity of your mind and your body and your soul. It's going to make a huge difference within you. Your light will burn brighter for it. It really will. And that's very important for all of us. You're just going to be feeling so connected to your intuition and to spirit and close to your guides. The second thing he represents is the unity of two people as they come together as one. Additional meaning of the card is convention, that tradition as well. But if convention and tradition aren't for you, don't even get started in it. Don't even begin. Don't even try. But some of you could be feeling a lot of restriction by another's traditional beliefs, if that's going on for some of you here. But this card brings forth the gifts of wisdom, gifts of leadership, the gifts of learning lessons. Unfortunately, most of the time, this is just my take on it, most of the time, the lessons we learn, the ones that are the richest to us, the ones that we hold close to us the most, and ones we remember when we need them, because a lot of lessons are transferable. Come the future, you'll use them again. You'll say, I've been here and done that. I already know what to do. But you'll find, why is it that the lessons that we remember the most are the ones that came with a bad experience? Those are the richer ones. They're sharper somehow. So good for you, Terry. Good for you. Yeah, very, very good for you. But that's terrible. I feel bad for anybody that's feeling restricted by another's traditional beliefs. That's really, really hard. We're talking, I'm hearing, I know nobody wants to hear this, but I'm sorry. We're hearing and picking up hints of racism almost, of being unfairly judged, being hated, disliked, at the very soft hints of it around you. So I'm not sure what's going on there at all. But oh my God, please don't, just spare yourself if you're able to spare yourself. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't feed into that. These people, they love that. They love to have a good argument, a good fight. You know, you're different from each other. You do different. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why do you look the way you do? You know, this kind of thing. I know what it feels like. My very first language was French when I was a child. I didn't speak any English. I didn't understand English. And even at 3 years old, I faced racism. I've been physically grabbed by people because I was French, and I was 3 years old. And it wasn't one incident. It went on and on and on and on till we moved to an English community, and I was forced, and I mean forced to speak English. We weren't allowed to speak the language anymore, and I lost my French. I lost it. So these things happen, right? They happen. Hi, Yvonne. Welcome again. But these things happen. I know what racism feels like, but I'm hearing hints of it for you Cappies. Maybe some of you have a little native blood. That could be part of it. I do know one Cappy personally, and they have native blood. Especially if you look what you are. If you look like what people say, when I say, well, I'm 86% French. And people go, whoa, I knew it. I knew there was something that you were something. And now you said, yeah, I see it. You know, when I looked back at pictures, there's some on Facebook, and I was like 17 and 18 in these pictures. And what people said to me was, I didn't know you were native. I'm not native, I'm not. I had my DNA tested. I did one of those kits. I'm 86% French, and the rest that's left over, I think it's 16% or 14 or something. Do the math. Anyway, is Scottish and Irish. So it's just a combination, right? My people came from the south of France. But the thing is, the difference there between people, because I'm hearing it for some of you Cappies, some of you, if you have a mixed blood of any kind, and we all do. It's just some of us are stronger than others. I'm 86%. That's pretty strong. I'm almost pure, right? Purebred, they call. You know, maybe that wouldn't be a good thing, though. So, you know. But anyways, some of us look it and some of us don't. I've been asked over the years by people, what are you? What do you mean, what am I? Well, you look Spanish, or you look Greek, or you look, you know, and I'd be like, no, As far as I know, I'm just French. I don't know, you know. But I look a certain way. I never seen it. Other people see it. I'm just saying what other people have said. I don't see it myself. And other people question me when I couldn't speak English, you know, very innocently playing with another child. And I know what the mother said this day. Like, I knew by the body language, you know, is she French? Get her out of my house. 3 years old, grab you right by the arm, put you right outside and tell you, don't you come back. Because you're French, you know, or you're black, or you're really, Terry, you're indigenous. Wonderful for you. You're lucky. You know, when I had my DNA tested, I have to put this in here. I know I'm in the middle of this reading, but I got to put this in. I was hoping that some of my DNA would come back as either native or black. Really, I was hoping it just so I could piss some people off. Just so I could piss them off. But it didn't come back that way. They didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. Good for you, Yvonne. That's really wonderful. That's wonderful. Here's the advice of this card, though. You listen to your inner wisdom with this card. Your intuition's everything with this card. And the lessons that you've learned, you combine the two. I live it every day. I'm the most logical, normal person. People say you're the most normal person I ever met in my life. I'm logical, I'm normal, I'm balanced. I'm expressive, though. That's a French in me. That's the way I am, right? This kind of a thing. But what was it? What was my point here? I was making a point. I completely forgot the point I was making. I lost it. Not meant to come out, I guess. But you listen to your own inner wisdom, your own intuition here. All right? Don't put yourself in situations you shouldn't find yourself in. Your intuition is going to guide you to a brand new educational path for some of you. It's going to take you to a brand new belief for a few of you, very few. Or it's going to take you in the direction of finding the right teacher for whatever it is that you're wanting to learn. Your keywords here: education, traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unity, marriage, values, and authority come through with this card here. That was your home card. All right, your most intimate part of your life. The next card we have here, and all I'm feeling is, you know what, you're holding yourself up, Capricorn. You got to move beyond something here, because we got the Six of Cups, which is wonderful, but this is cups. It's about emotions, right? It's about love. It's about feelings. And we got reflection. It's falling into your challenging sector for September. And all I got right off the get-go, that you're blocking your own path. It's what you're doing. You are blocking your own path. You're not letting go of the past. It's another problem. You're holding on, and it's creating, you've got this umbilical cord connected to you in the past. It needs to be cut. It needs to be broken. All right? This is blocking. It's blocking everything from coming to you that's been wanting to come to you. You may be subconsciously you're doing it. Stop and think about it. Reflect. Reflect on what it is that could be holding you back. Okay? Sixes again. This sixes is basically a six that brings stillness. All right? Is what it does. Calmness and stillness. Because you're stopping to think. You're stopping to reflect on things. Why are you holding on to the past? Why are you blocking your own way? Some of you are. Not all of you, but some of you are. You're blocking your own way. You're hurting yourself. You may not realize it, but you really are your own worst enemy at this time. Anyways, you are. See, this card covers the past. It takes you, and it shows. Not only that, somebody may actually, for somebody out there, somebody from your past may pop right up. It's somebody you haven't dealt with, talked to, spoke to, had a relationship with, haven't done anything with in a very, very long time. It's been years. This could be an old friend, or it could be an old flame as well. It really sends you into a tailspin either way. Your head just spins backwards. You know, I'm sure everybody can relate to that. I've run into old friends that you know, it was an era almost when they were in my life, and your head goes right back there, and it's like, wow, you know, things were so different back then. It's a heads up for somebody. So get yourself prepared, because the card sees you slipping back into a safe haven of your past, your former years. You don't, we think back about good memories, and we think back and we kind of block the bad ones out. And I think that's good to a point. For some people, we block them out, and all we remember is the good memories. So in our head and in our memories, it becomes a safe haven. It's like going back, just in your mind and in your emotions, and you're back there. In some ways, that's good. In other ways, maybe not so good. Not if you're letting it block your future and your present. That's not working for you that way. This is a card about enjoying the company that you have. Creativity comes in. Play is in the mix as well. You could even be returning to a favorite childhood place with this person, be they a friend or an old flame. But in relationships, you're going to find a sense of peace and a sense of security and a sense of comfort overall in your relationships. You just have to believe in it. You have to open your eyes and you have to see it, Capricorn. Get out of your own way again. You're blocking again. I just got that real strong for, there's quite a few of you. The advice of the card, though, enjoy reconnecting with the happier aspects of your past. So if tarot says to do that and it's okay, then go ahead and do that. These memories are going to energize you. They're going to entertain you. And they will, for some of you, inspire you for the future. So that's a wonderful thing. And I'm seeing it, but I can't put it into words. But I'm seeing that being inspired for the future because you went back somewheres. Somebody comes back after visiting their past and they say anything's possible, because when I think back then and I seen where I was and where I am today, I'm blown away. If I'm just realizing this now and the truth of that, the raw truth of it, wow. And that's, you get this epiphanous moment. I feel like I can make anything happen. Anything. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's beautiful. The keywords are friendship, visitors, happiness, comfort, childhood memories, protection, and play. This is beautiful. This is coming into about the middle of the month, right? So your last card here, and this is why this is a general reading, because you end up with a card like this after a nice card, and it happens. This is the Tower. What it shows is something is being, there's an end to something, because when this ship burns, metaphorically, of course, it's done, it's over, it's going to sink, it's gone. Sometimes destruction of bad things are a good thing, and I'm almost feeling that with this card. So it's a major arcana on top of it. It could be the ending of a disaster. It's in the manner of, thank God we made it through that. Thank God that that's over. I'm glad it's gone. I'm glad it's ended. That sort of thing. For some of you, when the tower falls or the boat sinks, the ship sinks, some of you may be feeling right now that your world is collapsing around you. The metaphoric lightning strikes, there's little you can do to stop that. It's a metaphor is what it is. Some things are out of your control. They're out of your happening. You had nothing to do with it. They're just things that are out of your control. And all you're doing is standing back and watching things unfold in front of you. For some of you, it's not even your fault. Anything that's fallen for you, your foundation's crumbled around you. It could be a relationship. It could be somebody leaving. It could be a family member that's leaving, not even in a romantic relationship, but somebody very close to your life, and they're packing their bags, they're gone, they're leaving. That's a big, big change. You've got no control over that. None. You just stand back and you're watching it. But it's shocking and it hurts. But on the other hand, when stuff breaks out like that, other things end up getting revealed, and that's what's going to go on in this situation for somebody. There's an ending here. Other things are going to come to the surface. They're going to come to light. So there's going to get some clarity here. You're going to have a better idea of really what you're dealing with and what's going on for some of you, right? You may end up seeing the world in a very different way. You have a very different viewpoint. People in general saying, wow, you know, I never met anybody that did something like they did before. That's first. I've heard of people being like that, but I didn't think I'd live to see anybody actually be that brazen, be that forward, be that mean, be that cold. There's nothing you can do to control that. You just stand back and watch the fallout. Some of you may have issues with property. Some of you may be feeling like your security, your financial security, your life security is being challenged in some way as well. These are things that are already happening. They're not predicted really. You're already in them already. Some of you could be feeling very vulnerable financially, and some of you could be feeling very vulnerable and sensitive in a relationship as well. Afraid that if you make the wrong move or you say the wrong thing, that it could bring everything crumbling down around you. Here we go again. If you're in a bad place, in a bad relationship, in a bad situation, only you are going to get you out. Only you. And it's easier said than done. I know that. I know that. I realize that. I do have compassion in that way, right? So, it's just that, do you ever have like a friend and you've told them something 5 times? Let's say they're going through something. You've told them like 5 times the same thing over and over, and they never listen to you. Never listen to you. And then somebody else comes by, they say the exact same words that you've been saying over and over and over again, and for some reason the friend listens to them. That's going to happen to somebody. Very, very, very frustrating. Almost comical. I'm almost wanting to get the giggles over it, but it's not really funny. In the reality of it all, it's not funny at all, because it pisses a person off. I told you that 5 times. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. I told you that 2 months ago. Get yourself out of there. And sometimes it just takes the right person. That's my point. The other person came in, only said it once, and they listened. They said, yeah, that person's right. I'm getting out of this. They were right. What? This kind of a thing, right? Whatever's falling for anybody that's relating to all of that, you'll be in shock at first. You feel like you've been slapped and you didn't see it coming, sucker punched, you know. But here's what's going to happen. Because something bad happened, something fell apart, something has ended. In the end, you'll be grateful for this, because it's going to bring you some kind of a breakthrough, an enlightenment that's going to make a difference for you, a game changer. Wow. The advice of the card here: surrender to the universe and give up control and begin to construct a new way of working, thinking, relating, or living. You now have the freedom to start over and a strong foundation on which to rebuild whatever has fallen. The universe is going to bring by and supply you with what it is you're going to need. You'll have to put in the back work, you know, the back-breaking work, but you'll have, this is metaphorically, you'll have the tools that you need to deal with it. Your keywords are breakdowns and endings, chaos, surrender, breakthrough, beginnings, and enlightenment. And I'm hearing you're going to be okay, Capricorn, but just don't get in your own way. Okay? Allow the universe to do its work. You won't have to try so hard. There's the thing, right? So a lot of you guys are relating to this as well. I'm not on Taurus yet. No, not yet. Long way off yet. That was Capricorn. Now we're getting to Aquarius. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, so let me timestamp. No, I timestamped that, but I'm going to timestamp Aquarius is what I'm going to do. Where'd my pen go? I don't know how that gets around, but it gets around. Where'd my pen go? Deedly-dee. There it is. It just rolled behind something. All right. Okay. Okay. I'll time it when I turn the cards. So this is for Aquarius, for this general 3-card reading for the month of September 2019. You're welcome, Cheryl Morrissey, sorry. Thank you, that Tommy's money. You're welcome, Jennifer. You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Wow, these are strong readings tonight. The energy's strong. Oh, I'm being told to cut right here already. I heard it loud and clear. Oh, freaking goosebumps. I hate when that happens, but I do. I just got goosebumps. Okay. This next reading is for Aquarius. The top 3 cards, the cards that are meant for this general public reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of September in the year 2019. The top 3 cards meant for Aquarius spread. And she's saying yes, and she's holding steady, so I'm going with that. All right, so let's see. I need my camera up. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Aquarius. Aquarius. Very first card, overall energy. Oh my God. Aquarius. My favorite card in the whole deck. I wish I had the other window open because I'd say, who can guess what it is? And then I know that you really watch all the videos because you'd know. But here's the card. It's my #1 card out of tarot, no matter what deck. I love this card, and I say this every time. Why? Because he reminds us very gently of our own inner power and what we're really capable of. This is beautiful. What a great card. What is coming next? We never know because it's general reading. So what's going to come next? What's in the middle of the month here? Not bad. The Chariot. Forward movement, and it's fast. It's happening fast, whatever it is. 3rd card for you, Aquarius. The 3 of Cups. And reunion. Very nice card. All 3 of them are very, very, very nice. Wow, but you got this to open with? Come on, eh? You got the world by the tail here. You got the pot of gold. And you realize your own inner power and what it is that you're really, truly capable of. And the things that you can manifest, because he's all about inner power and manifestation, bringing what you want to you, creating the life that you want. Or situation, or relationship, or job, or whatever it means to you. And I always say this, he comes well packed and well prepared, because we've got the cups, the emotions here, the water signs, all right there. So you can deal with any emotional issues or problems that are going on. Then we've got the rods, the staves, the sticks, the wands. We're all about the practical things in our life and risk-taking and new business ventures. And we've got swords, very heavy things weighing on our mind, our decisions, our choices, our options. And then we've got pentacles, which is all about money, creativity, and the color that comes into our life, the vibrancy of it all. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. I love him. Sorry, guys. There we go. There. It's about time. Yeah. It's a wonderful card. It shows that you're in the driver's seat here, Aquarius. And if you haven't been, somebody's handing you the captain's cap. Blank. Right on. And you're in the driver's seat. You're the captain of your own ship. You're the one behind the wheel. You have full control, full power, and you have full okay from the universe to do so. The same thing. No matter what it is that you're going through, no matter what it is that you're dealing with, the best circumstances are going to be the outcome for most of you. I'm feeling that with this card, for most of you. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting butterflies of joy in my belly from this card. I got butterflies in my stomach looking at him. This is where the magic in life happens. That's what I'm hearing for all of you. This is where the magic happens. Oh my God, I love this card. I hope when I get to Cancer, I see him. That's what I want to do. I want to see. This shows you're in the control seat. You're the one pushing the buttons. You're the ones calling the shots. You're the one that is. You're in the creative flow of life itself. Hiya, Stephen. Welcome. But one thing, the very first thing, and this is how we know that we're being reminded of our own inner power, because the Magician, he looks at you. Yes, the Magician, Deb. He looks at you and he asks you to look at yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you think that you can make happen? What do you think you're capable of? What do you think that, what kind of inner drive do you have? What kind of hunger do you have? What kind of how strong is that passion? Whatever it is you're hungry for that you want to manifest into your life. The first thing you do is you connect with the universe, with the creator, with the cosmos, with the source. And you expose yourself in every way that you can. Stand naked before the universe. It's all metaphors. You don't really got to strip off. You have to be, emotions are the magic of the world. Emotions, love, hurt, rejection, pain, joy, happiness, laughter. These are the things that make the vibrant essence of what life is all about. And if we're not feeling those, sometimes we go numb. But if we're not feeling this, we can't do anything. But he's asking you, wake up. What do you think you're capable of? Extend yourself. Use yourself to the fullest power. Don't be afraid. Don't hold. You've got just as much right to create the kind of life, love, relationship, job, whatever it is, as the next person does. You have just as much right, and you have the same power. It is the same. He wants you to know that right now, the conditions are perfect to find your future success in whatever it is that you're working on or you're looking at. The conditions are perfect right now. Now's the time you start making it happen. Take action. Stop thinking about it, pondering about it, asking other people about it, playing it over in your mind. Just do it. Do it. Get started on whatever it is that you may have been holding back on. You're going to be given or made available to you in some direct way the resources and the know-how or the talent to attract whatever it is you want, be it a new relationship, a new job, a new business enterprise, a project, a vacation, a trip. I mean, the mundane of life as well. Above all, the Magician sees you in the creative flow of your life, full of energy and full of purpose. Communication is going to speed up when the Magician appears as well. You may find yourself talking and texting a heck of a lot more. Getting really, really busy. More than usual. This is more than usual. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts and your ideas with people or what it is that you're doing. You'll find yourself, a lot of people could be in support of you, whatever it is. You'll also find that people are going to see how hard you're working and the effort that you're putting into things. The advice of this card, the time is now to take action and you will find success. And your keywords for this card, new enterprises. So there's brand new stuff coming up here that maybe some of you have never dealt before. Taking a different turn, taking a left instead of a right in your life. Communication is being highlighted as well. The energy is very high, very solidified. It's a sure thing. That's what I just heard. It's a given. It's a sure thing. Start moving forward. All right, Aquarius. Creativity is very high. Travel for some of you. Money coming to the forefront for some. But overall support. This card is good in every single way that you can think of. And you're the one that creates what's coming up next here. All right? And it's time for you to take action. So that takes more or less into the middle of the month here. I don't know why I smoke when I read, because they burn down. The Chariot is the middle card here, card number 2. The middle of your month. And this is really, really nice. And you know what? The two of them coming back to back here, the way they are, like anybody that knows tarot, you can see that these cards are strongly, strongly, strongly connected to each other. The beginning and the end, the beginning, it doesn't matter. But these are strongly connected. It's tarot showing off. It's what's going on, saying, I'm still here. Because of what happened here, this is now going to happen and follow. Okay? The Chariot, and everybody always says it, so I'll say it too. It's the card of Cancer, right? Just because. So maybe if you got a Cancer in your life and a relationship's been held up, banked up, stalled, become unpredictable, anything like that, maybe it is with a Cancer. Who knows? I don't know. But it could be. Where'd it go? If I could find it. This card is about making a progress at a speed. See, with the Magician, you were able to create the environment of whatever it is that you were working with. Does it resonate, Stephen? Thank you, Lachey. Thank you. I like the night ones too. I really do. Your moon's in Cancer? Oh my. Oh my. But this is when enough planning, enough humming and hawing and carrying on. Part of it's due to fear. And fear of both kinds. The fear of not meeting the expectations you set for yourself, or not really fully completing something, not doing it justice maybe. And the other kind is the fear of success. There's the fear of loss and failure, but then there's the fear of success. If I manage to make this work, if I create this, if I finish this, whatever it is, if it's a success, it could change a lot of things in my life. And am I ready for that? Some people have a fear of success and they'll self-sabotage all the goodness. It's like the lyrics out of Michael Bublé's Home. And he says, I seem to always step outside when everything is going just right. Do you do that? It's time to stop doing that. Stop running from success. Stop turning from it. And stop the other people. Stop telling yourself it can't happen to me. You got the flippin' Magician. You're in control here. You can get as close to your dream as you want to get. It's better than staying where you are, is it not? But this card, it's like all the red flags have been removed. All the red lights have been shut off. Everything is green right across the board. You got the go light. You any plans, any ideas that you've been toying with, planning with, and you haven't been able to move forward, and you haven't been able to roll them out, and you haven't been able to do anything tangible, some real work to it, bringing it to life, now you'll be able to. And when it happens, it's like there's nothing going on, everything's stagnant, everything's quiet, there's no growth, there's no, it's just like blah, and then come, it's like all hell breaking loose at once, but it's in a good way. All of a sudden, everything starts moving, and you might even feel a little overwhelmed, your breath taken away, and you stop and you say, wow, you know, and all you can do is take it one step at a time. You can only do so much. Some of you will be falling through in that path. This is great. Remember though, this is a card of very, very, very high energy, not sensitivity. That means you have to check your ego at times. Don't offend people. Don't bowl people over. Don't put people's noses out of joint. Don't think that what you're into and what you're doing and the way you're moving and what's waiting for you is more important than everybody else and what they've got going on. Be very careful with your ego. You don't want to create any bad feelings with other people. You just have to be accountable for what you do and for what you say. The last card we're looking at here is a very beautiful card. It is the Three of Cups. Cups being about love, heart, emotions. And this is a card of reunion. But more so, and I'm glad this 3 came up, this is a very highly revered card. Or not the card, the number. The number 3 is very highly revered. It is a holy number. The energy on this is very high. It's very strong. It's thick. It's powerful. A lot can happen. And a lot usually does when this card shows up in somebody's reading. I can tell you that. The 3 in tarot represents a lot of high activity. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of stuff's unfolding. You're going to get real busy. Again, with that energy where there's nothing happening and then it all breaks loose all at once and everything starts to happen at once and it's happening really, really, really quick. Maybe some of you can't even begin to grasp the speed that things are going to change and opportunities being thrown at you like fireballs left, right, and center. Grab one of them. Don't be afraid. Make sure that you grab one of them. This is also a card about reunion, right? And yes, it could be with the Holy Trinity, as Lachey just pointed out. We've got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that's how a lot of people view this card. But we got the card of reunion. This reunion, this word reunion, and the meaning behind it can cover so many different things. Reunion of the heart, reunion of the minds, with other people, with another person. This could be a family reunion. This could be a work reunion, a school reunion, the basic practical reunions. Whatever it is that some of you find yourself attending, it's a gathering of people that you love, you care about, you like a lot. There's high emotions with this card. It's a purity. So a lot of it's probably family and the friends that you consider as family kind of a thing, but it shows a gathering. And these are people for you, Aquarius, that you feel, these are your people. You feel more comfortable with them in any place than anywhere else. This is where you can let your hair down, throw your ball cap off. This is where you can put your feet up. You can do deep belly laughs. You can do snorting laughs, and people know it's you, and they love you for that. It's a perfect time. It's a beautiful, beautiful time with this card. This card brings love. It brings certainty. It brings security. It brings a knowing. When it comes to the love in your life, it brings a knowing. Let me bring up the keywords here. This is a beautiful card. The end of your month is, I'm hearing the word graceful. It's going to be graceful. That is what I'm hearing for you, seriously. Celebration. This could be a wedding. Just out and out parties, house parties, kitchen parties, reunions. But it is precious time spent with the people that you love who make you feel like your true self in their company. It's an uplifting, fun, and replenishing time. If you are single, Aquarius, and if you are looking for love and you are ready for love, there may also be an opportunity for a flirtation. And if you're working on a creative project, now's the time for you to start to get into the zone and get serious about it. Complete it so that you can use it and you can make it work and you can put it to work. The advice is be carefree. Enjoy the company of those that make you laugh. You're ending the month on a very lighthearted essence, we'll say. No stress is what I'm feeling. Things are good at the end of the month for you. Keywords are celebration and friendship, healing, fun, flirtation, indulgence, and creativity. Guess what I forgot to do was put the timestamp in before I began this reading. Oh my God. I'm going to have to go back and scroll it. It's going to take me a while to do all this. Pisces is the next one. Pisces is the next one. We're doing okay. We're doing okay, aren't we? Are you single, Stephen? How old are you? Stephen's single, ladies. Do you like being single, Stephen? I like being single. I do. Pisces is in the house. I know, last year I'm naughty tonight, aren't I? Little Tony's mommy. Stephen got real quiet. Where'd you go, Stephen? You remember, who remembers Bugs Bunny? Who remember the two, what were they, geese? The two female geese? And a woman come walking up the lane, you know, the country lane. She'd be carrying a basket. And her friend would say, "Where are you off to, Mildred?" "And I'm off to get myself a man." "Will you go to picnic in that picnic basket?" "No." And she pulls out a big baseball bat. "Wish me luck." You know, this kind of a thing. Yeah. I didn't like the way I became single, but it's been a year and a half. And I'm feeling okay. This kind of thing. But I don't mind, even when my husband was alive, I liked my alone time. And he used to say that when people meet you, they think you're the most outgoing, warmest person. And deep down inside, you're going, "I just want to be alone. I just want to be," that's what he said. I never said that. He said that, so. Okay, Stephen says, it's okay. He's in a relationship for 25 years. You're no spring chicken then. So you're finding your feet. You're in a 3-year. I'm 3 years in now and doing okay. Well, good for you. That's really nice. That's good for you if you're doing okay. We seem to, older women, especially, we think that men can't take care of themselves. Do you cook for yourself? Do you eat 3 meals, like real food a day? You know? You're 45? Wow. You're still quite young. You must have been married really, really young, like 20 years old, very, very young. This is for Pisces. This reading's for Pisces. You know what I'm going to do? I'm marking it right now while I'm thinking about it. What time have we got? 2:08. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. I really like the freedom of being single. This is for Pisces. Please bring forth any information for Pisces for this general public reading for September 2019. All right, here we go. Hi, welcome Cynthia from Miami. Oh, Stephen. Did you have children? They wouldn't be that old. Oh, my goodness. One more run through here for Pisces, and I'm going to cut the deck. Loss is loss, but I asked, a friend after my husband died, I said, I wonder if one is worse than the other. Watching someone die of cancer, you know that they're going to be leaving, or losing someone at the snap of a finger. You didn't see it coming. I don't know which is worse. I don't know which is worse. You've got teenagers. That's so sad. They'd be your main concern. You wouldn't even be thinking about being single or thinking about having a relationship probably at this point. You're probably just thinking of your children, right? Your daughter. Yeah. It's all part of life. The worst part for me, and it was funny because a few months before, my husband Eric dropped dead, literally. Just, God. I'm going to do this first, then I'll talk about that. Lilith are the top three cards, the cards that are meant for this general public spread of three cards, of the top three cards, the cards that are meant for this general public reading for the sign of Pisces for the month of September in the year 2019. Are these the cards that are meant, that are going to bring forth messages and enlightenment and guidance? She's swinging real good now. She's wide awake. That's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so let me put the cards out. Seven of Cups, possibility. All right, that's the first couple weeks here of the month, and that's your overall energy as well. Ooh, Ten of Swords and endings in the middle of the month. And the final card, third, is the Moon, illusion, la lune. All right, so there are the cards. So the thing with me, I remember telling Eric, my husband, it was a few months before he, like I said, he passed away. And we were talking about something. I can't remember what. I remember where we were standing, what we, and I don't know how the subject came up, but I said to him, so we were talking about Christmas this year, that was coming in that year, year before last. And he said something about it. Yeah, well, if we're both still here, we'll worry about it then or something. And I said to him, you know what? We're talking about health and Christmas and all this stuff. I said one thing. I said, if you ever die on me first, don't you dare die at Christmas time. I'll never forgive you for it. I'm a big Christmas person. Like, I really get off on Christmas, big time. I don't have a lot of money to partake. My big thing was always, the evenings after supper, getting a coffee to go, or making a coffee at home in a travel mug, and going out to the different neighborhoods and communities and taking in the Christmas lights that everybody's got turned on. I love doing it. I've been able to do that in years. It's been about 5 years since I've had a vehicle. And I used to do it every night. As long as the roads were good and the weather was fine, that's what we spent the evening doing. Sometimes we'd stop and get a coffee and a donut somewhere, a little treat or something, and we'd go to usually the fancy neighborhoods to see how they're doing it, and then we go to them, this kind of thing. Is something that I really meant. Like, I'm a big Christmas person, and he died that night. He had started the Christmas decorating for me. That was his gift to me every year, was to decorate the way I wanted everything decorated. So I like the pine garland, and he had already put it across this doorway over here. He put it around, and then he did the big picture window that's at the other end here, and he put that, and it has the white lights all through it. All of them do. And then he did this first set of windows down here. It's like 3 big windows, right? And it's the same as here. In the middle is 2 glass doors. So he had started. He had already turned, and he said, there's Christmas movies on tonight. There's a movie I want to watch. Everything that night was Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And then at 12 minutes after 12, he was dead. And you know what? My heart's not been in Christmas ever since. I had a terrible time last year. It was terrible. I don't think the tree got decorated till Christmas Eve. Most of you remember I ended up in the hospital. Emergency surgery, not 1, but 2. The first one, they said, whoops, that wasn't it. But the whole, and I felt very bitter and resentful about that I don't enjoy Christmas anymore. I think this year's going to be different. I'm feeling better about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling excited about it. So, yeah. And it'll be a year, November 9th, or 2 years, 2 years, November 19th. Jesus. 2 years on November 19th of this year coming up at 12:12. He just dropped dead. Boom. Like that. And I didn't even know. I thought he was still alive. I thought he was just behaving himself and not giving the medics a hard time. I really did. I thought that. So, the timing was terrible. So many things and there was here, this is weird. When we had our new windows put in the front of the house, they put the new windows in, We got really, really close to the workers, the guys that were here. There was 2 of them, and because they were here every day at the crack of dawn till the last thing of the day, every day for like 3 months. So we got friendly with them. We used to feed them lunch and give them coffee and chat, and we had a great time. They were nice people. One of the guys, his name was John, and he noticed the collection of sailboats in the house, and he thought they were Eric's. I said, well, no, they're mine. They belong to my father, and I got them when he passed away. Oh, he says, well, he says, Eric, do you like boats? Eric says, I love them. He says, I've got a big handmade one. It's like this. It's got the sails, the whole bit. Eric said, no way. He said, my place is too small. Do you want it? Eric said, are you kidding me? All handmade, all hand carved out of wood, the whole bit. Anyway, about 6 months went by. Just before Eric died, he said, you know what? I'm never going to get that boat. He forgot all about me. He forgot all about it. Guess what happened? So it was Saturday night, November 19th. At 12:12, he died. The next morning was Sunday morning. And this guy popped in out of the blue with the boat at 10:30 in the morning. How flippin' weird is that? That's very shame. That's right, Lachey. It came 10:30 the next morning. We hadn't seen or heard from the guy, and it had been 6 or 7 months. I know. Oh my God. OMG is right. So, you know, you don't live by the day anymore when stuff like I was just, you should have seen, he had a big old grin on his face because I got glass doors, right? So I go to the door and I'm like, I see this boat. And then his head pops around with a big smile, and I'm like, oh my God, no. This isn't happening. And I open the door in my face, and he's smiling. He goes, hi, Natalie, where's Eric? I brought the boat. And he said, what's the matter? He's seen the look on my face. I said, you better come in. Put the boat down and please sit down. What happened? And I said, Eric just died a few hours ago. Like, it was just the strangest thing. Anyway, let's get back into the reading. I don't know why that went off unless some bitch will come in and complain. I didn't like the way you wouldn't stick to the reading. You're talking about your personal life. My time is valuable, you know. Yeah, I had one of those. So, anyway. Crying your own death. I think that when you suffer a real bad sickness, you end up crying your own death. That's very deep. Yeah, when people leave small kids behind, that's really bad. That's not good. We've got this card, 7 of Cups, possibility, double whammy. 7s are all about possibility in tarot, and the prompt in this card is definite possibility. This is the essence. This is the essence of what your month is going to be like. 7s, I've always liked 7s, the lucky 7s, you know, that kind of thing. I always thought 7s were a good number. They're an odd number, of course. It's a 7, it's odd. But there's something about 7s that's magical. I don't know what it is. But I've always been drawn to the number 7. I was always drawn to the number 5 too until I found out it was my life path number. And you know what? The light bulbs just started exploding everywhere. And everything made sense because I read up about the number 5. It's not very pretty, right? And I said, that explains an awful lot. My life path number is a 5. I can't believe, and now everything, all these years, makes sense. Numbers do. They're magical. When this card shows up, when we've got the 7 of Cups here, and it shows up, we're looking at the awareness and the knowledge and the clarity that, OMG, I have got options. I'm not pigeonholed into a corner. This can have to do with a relationship, a friendship, an intimate relationship, a family relationship, a work relationship, or work. It doesn't matter. Whatever is you're feeling trying to oppress you or cornhole you, basically. You've got options and possibility. You don't have to put up with anything. You're wealthy in that way. This is a very beautiful, special card, is what it is. Here's the thing. Tarot brings this up. that even though you have many choices available to you now, but which one do you focus on? There's the other side of it. And the different type of personalities we're dealing with here is that sometimes people, they say, I don't want to have a bunch of options or a bunch of choices. I want just one straightforward thing that's got to be done, and that's the way it's going to be done, and that's the way we're going to do it. I don't want these options. I don't want to have to be indecisive or maybe choose the wrong way to go or choose the wrong or pick the wrong options. For some of you at this point, though, there are going to be a few facts that are available to you at this time. So that's going to help things out a little bit. A little. Don't assume anything at this point. Okay, Pisces, don't just assume anything about anybody, any situation. You make sure you've got your ducks in a row and you make sure you've got your facts straight. They need to be facts you find out for yourself, not second and third hand news. That's not going to work in this case. You got to put the work in, the legwork. If you don't stick to the facts and the dangers there, it's lying in wait and falling for a fantasy. Because the card shows you're really not having a strong sense yet of what is real and what is it you may be idealizing in your own head, only because it fires your imagination, fires your blood. Do you know what I'm saying? It's nice to be positive, but in this case, you need to stick to facts. No matter what you've got going on, that your feelings have been weighing you down, you've got to deal with this. You got to make it move. You got to make it work. You got to bring it to life. You got to put it in action. Anything like that, stick to the facts, please, even though you're tempted to carry away with assumptions. Some of you, if you're involved in any creative projects, you may be awash with ideas. A lot of good ideas coming your way. Just make sure you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about. Additional meaning of this card is dreams and visions. Please pay attention to your sleeping dreams and your waking visions. They're bringing you something. They're giving you a heads up. Again, and I don't know, maybe Eric's thinking and he's right here with me. But again, the daytime visions are daytime. You're wide awake. And it wasn't the first time I had this happen and have it unfold. But I had a premonitory vision that Eric had died. And I was sitting here in this house and I was living alone. I was in my armchair and it was nighttime. It was blackness outside the windows, and I knew in that moment, in that vision, he was gone. This was about 3 months before he passed away. I told him about it, and I told 2 friends about it, and they were flipping out when he died. They said, "That's unbelievable." "How did you know?" I said, "It was brought to me. I don't know. I just accept what comes in." But you need to pay attention to your visions. They're very, very important. Very important. I don't normally talk about him, do I, guys? Those that are regulars, I don't normally talk about him. He must be here tonight. I don't know. I believe they're always with us anyway. We absorb the essence of who they were. I believe that our loved ones that pass on before us are closer to us now in spirit than they ever were in the physical world. I really believe that. So yeah, please pay attention to your dreams and your visions. The advice of this card, rather than rush toward just one option, stand back for a while. If you have the luxury of time and you don't have to grab onto something immediately, if you've got some time in there, sit back and see what rolls out of it. Sit back and see what develops. Sit back and see what manifests before you give your okay on something or you agree to something. Keywords are fantasy, confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, visions, and passion. It is a cups. It is emotions. All right, emotions are playing a big part here. The next card we have is our good old Ten of Swords. And the other deck that I had, the previous one, this is one of the cards that my dog ate. Ripped it into smithereens, tiny little pieces of paper. And I'm going, what's that say? There was just this corner and I could just see the top of the swords and the number 10. The rest, that's all I could see. And I said, that's a 10 of Swords. Good boy. I told him he was a good boy for getting rid of it. So, yeah. Well, Lachey, the thing was, he was just starting the Christmas decorations, so Christmas really hit home. Him dying at Christmas really, really, really hit home. So, what was that? Okay, all right. This isn't always bad either. Like the card that we got in the previous reading, destruction, the Tower. It's not always a bad thing. There are good endings, and you need to remember this, Pisces. Enough is enough is what I'm hearing. The end of a situation you've been involved with for the last couple of years, that's coming to a complete end. There have been false ends before. This could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be whatever it means to you. You thought you were done with this before. You've been torn in between, I want to, I don't want to, I want to, I don't want to. So you've done this, I'm not doing this anymore, and everybody says okay, and they see that you're not doing whatever it is, so you're not involved in whatever it is anymore. And all of a sudden you're back in it again, and people are shaking their heads going, well, what are they doing? But this is a final end. This is the end of something, and in the bigger picture, it's the best thing that could happen for you. So please remember that, even if it's a bittersweet moment that you're letting something you love go, because you've got to think of yourself at this point. And tens are all about endings. It's another double whammy. It's like the 7. It's about possibilities in tarot, and that was the prompt on the card. It's the same with this one, tens. They're about completion and endings. And in this case, in this second, in this moment, this is good. In the bigger picture for you, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to improve your life. For some of you, this could mean some bittersweet stuff that's going on. That's very, very true. But for somebody, this is something good. It's something, like I said, there have been false endings before, but not anymore. Not anymore. This is finally the ending. It could be the end of, like I said, a relationship, a job that you've quit a couple times and gone back to. As they keep asking you to come back, things will be done, and you say, this is the last time, I'm all done. This could be something that you've been involved in with other people. You're not the only one, I'm hearing that. And this involves other people, and you're done. So arrangements have to be made. Things are changing. They're shifting. This card can carry so much with it. For some, there will be some degree of drama involved, because this is it. This is, it's a final drum roll. You could find yourself feeling shocked, or there could be a sense of relief. Either way, you're seeing the situation or relationship or whatever it was. You're seeing it for what it is. And you're seeing whatever this is, it can't develop, it can't nurture, it can't thrive anymore. It's not going to grow. It's not growing, it's never going to grow. It's already hit its ultimate limit. However unwanted this card may be, when it shows up in some readings, it does tell the truth of a situation and helps you to see what you need to release so that you can break these chains of bondage, because that's what they were. No matter what this means to you, what your situation is, they were chains of bondage, and now you've really broken free, and you're not going back. This is it. The advice is to walk away and let it go, whatever it is. Focus on the present rather than dwell on the past, so that you can keep growing and moving forward. The reason you ended this, after all, is because there was no growth, there was stagnation, so don't get caught up in that. Your keywords are completion, release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, and shock with this card. So, there's never a dull moment during the month of September for you guys, I can tell you that. There's some big changes coming for some of you. Really big changes. My tea is like now an iced tea. Where are we at? We're at 2 hours and 31 minutes. I might do Aries next, and then I'll stop and do the remaining 4. Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo tomorrow. Because I'm coming. It's after midnight now. It's 6 minutes after midnight. I don't want to be up all night long. So I was just noticing that. So the last card we have here, your mid-month to the end of the month, you've got the moon. Graphically, artistically, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. But it's not realistic because we've got a full moon here. And if it was a full moon, you can see the Borealis here. The Northern Lights. And if this was in real life, well, the full moon would wash them out for the most part, is what would happen. You wouldn't see much at all. But the moon and the light that it casts upon our lives eliminates, and light chases away the dark. And this is an illumination, not just an illusion for some, but an illumination. It's a waking up, and it's for seeing things for what they really are. It is what it is. Things that you can't change for yourself. I use this analogy an awful lot, and I'm going to use it again tonight just because I like it and because it probably applies to somebody. So you take this analogy, you got a young couple or any couple, you know, male, female, whatever. And you're just starting to date this person. And you find yourself in the perfect moment, and I use my beach, and I use a full moon. So there's a full moon rising here in the east over the trees, over the forest, and you can see it come up big and red and beautiful. And the tide is in. It's come in. It's kind of come in, and it's full, and it's high, and it's come in like a thief in the night, unheard. It's like a mirror. It's like glass. There's no waves. There's no currents. None of that. It's just sitting there. And you're walking on the beach, and you're hand in hand, and you don't even need a flashlight because it's a beautiful, beautiful night. It's a full moon, and the moon is now casting this beautiful beam of light across the cove, across the water. And you can see yourselves, you can see each other. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you feel yourself falling in love with the moment, wanting to be in love. So you follow that and you go with that. And the evening is perfect. You're in the perfect moment at the perfect time. It couldn't be any more perfect. It's like the movies. We're looking for the cameras. Is this a movie? Is this real? It's heady. It's desirous. It's everything that you want it to be. It's like perfection, right? Here's the thing. Thank you very much, Stephen. I appreciate that. Very badly, eh, Cynthia? Here's the thing that comes with this card. It wants you to really, really, really be awake, remain logical, stay real, and you have to ask yourself whether you want to or not. And most of you wouldn't, because being in love, that whole space is very intoxicating. You feel like you're high. You feel full of joy. You feel drunk with desire. And all these beautiful things. But you need to come down to earth. I'm just going to say it, but I know most of you won't do it. You won't be able to bring yourself to do it. Will this stand the test of time? You're caught in a perfect moment. It's not going to stay that way forever. You have to come back down to earth. You have to deal with real life. Is it still going to feel the same way that the following day, the day after, at high noon, when the sun's just blaring brilliantly and there are no shadows? You could find out some things you're not happy about for some of you. The reality of the situation. You may have gotten caught up in the moment. Here's the reality. Nothing like that ever happens, hardly, rarely. On a summer night, here's the reality. Anytime I walk down on that beach, if you go down at night, you're being assailed by mosquitoes because there's a marsh right there, tidal ponds, and you got moths coming at you and the whole 9 yards. And you're choking on them. They're getting tangled in your hair. You're getting bit. It's horrible. There's the reality. So you come crashing back down to earth. It might be the best thing, really. I love the card artistically, and it is a wake-up call. It is a wake-up call for you to keep your feet on the ground, and to not be, it's easier said than done, but to try to not be disillusioned when it comes to your own reality. I've got 1211 here. Yeah. The moon's watching you, and it's seeing what you're focused on. It's looking past. It's going, what are you paying attention to? What are you focused on? It's wondering and questioning what it is that you see that's got your attention. And the moon's asking, can you see beyond illusion when doubt and confusion threaten to overwhelm you? A situation or a relationship may seem appealing under the romantic light of the moon. But will it stand the test of time? Your intuition may be telling you that not everything is as it seems to be. There's your illusion for some of you. Additional meaning of this card is that hidden fears and old memories surface as you work through any emotional blocks that you have as well. Give yourself time to work out the best way forward. Your intuition will hold the answer that you're looking for, so pay attention to it. Listen to your feelings. Pay attention to your dreams, rather than relying on logic at this time, or even approaching a problem and trying to iron it out. Pay attention to your feelings. Be driven by your emotions. It is the moon after all. Your keywords are the unconscious and doubt, decisions, dilemmas, sadness, the past, and fear. It's all about breaking things down, seeing them for the real deal, and trying not to get angry or bitter about it, because I'm sensing that as well. As long as you are honest with yourself, and if you follow your intuition that says not everything is as it appears to be, it's not for everybody, but for those that feel that, and it's weighing on you, and you don't want to see it, you're fighting against it, everything seems so perfect, and you don't want to see it. You almost want to be blinded. You don't want to really see the truth or know the truth. The thing is, whether you want it or not, you don't accept it right now, you don't face it right now, you will down the road. And you'll have lost a lot more of the investing that you did of yourself into the situation or into the relationship. So you need to remember that. The unconscious, doubt, decisions, dilemmas, sadness, the past, and fear. These are the keywords. These are your flags. All right, so that was your reading, Pisces. Did I say I was going to do Aries next, didn't I? And then I was going to cut it off there. So I didn't think that I would make it through. I feel okay, and I want to keep going, but the thing is I won't wake up till 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow. And I really need to be up around 6 a.m. every day, between 6 and 7. I have to. Like, I don't have any say over it. It's just one of those things. So I don't want to sleep in too late. And then it takes me 3 to 4 hours to wake up. I don't wake up real quick. You know, I can if I have to, but I don't wake up real quick. If I've got no pressures and nothing waiting on me, I could sit in my pajamas and drink tea or coffee till 10 or 11 in the morning, right? So this is for Aries. This is for the general Aries reading for the month of September 2019. This is a general public reading. Please bring forth clarification, enlightenment, direction, and anticipation. What can they anticipate that could be coming at them? These readings are late. Nobody's seen Daisy Love come in, eh? Shoot. I think it's the middle of the night in Haiti right now. That's where she's at. This is her sign. She prefers to see them live, but please click like if you haven't clicked like yet and show your support for the channel. Share away. Aries, fire signs. Always an interesting reading doing Aries. You're full of piss and vinegar. Brazen, brave. All right, I'm going to cut right here. Aries, I'm going to cut right here. 242. Here we go. All right. Ah, the Knight of Swords and drama. Wait a minute. Let me start over. I didn't verify that with Lilith. I'm jumping the gun. Hold on. Let me do one more roll through here. I'm glad I caught that. Okay. Come on, come on. All right. Now, Lilith, wake up. Last one of the night. Are the top three cards as this deck stands, the cards that are meant for this general public reading for the sign of Aries for the month of September 2019. Are these the cards that belong for the Aries reading? She's real quick tonight. Good. Thank you. Yes. Okay. All right, Aries, here we go. Your very first card, overall energy, first couple of weeks here. Really interesting. The Lovers, choices. I don't know if you guys can see that because I'm not in my proper window there. Second card, middle of the month, we're looking at here, the Two of Cups, partnership. And the third card we're looking at here is the last mid. Oh, wow, you guys got a rocky month ahead. Five of Swords, conflict. Okay. So there we go for the very first card. There's some conflict there as well. You're ending with conflict, and this is, I'm saying, this is more than anything has to do with a personal, intimate relationship. It is, you know, your partnership, your mate, your love, your spouse. Somebody's on the verge of a separation and a breakup. Somebody wants to be heard. They're not being heard. Somebody's begging for another chance, second chance, and I don't think they're going to get it. Making decisions, having choices, having options, and wondering which road to take that's going to fit you best as well. Let me just put my... There we go. The Lovers. This is all about emotions with this card tonight, is what it's all about here. Somebody's done. They're done. Again, I got this in an earlier reading, not this card, but the same kind of message of just being flippin' done. All done. They've reached their limit. They've had enough. This is time for change. I hear somebody saying, okay, one of us has to do it. Now, obviously, it's not going to be you. It's going to be me, and I got no problem beginning this process. So, well, thank you very much, Joyce. Thank you. You can sign up for the channel if you want to subscribe to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and hopefully you'll get your notifications. And you need to check them from time to time to make sure you're still subscribed to your channels. YouTube is still unsubscribing. Their system is knocking people off their subscriptions. There's a very strong decision for somebody that they have to make here. Like I said, it's like, they're like, if you don't do it, then I will. We all know that I'm going to be the one that does this and makes the changes and start initiating things to get the ball rolling. This could lead to divorce for some, just plain old breakup for others. For somebody else, you may be looking at making an investment into your future. It could be a financial plan, buying a home or moving for work, for example. The choice isn't really straightforward. In relationships, you bond and commit or you walk away. It's come down to that. It's down to the last wire. As somebody's tried this relationship several times, and it's the same argument over and over again. It's the same, and it's never going to be resolved. That's why the same fights and the arguments come up over and over again, because they've never really been resolved. You've just called a truce, and the next thing you know, you're dealing with the same bullcrap again and again and again. And it's just too predictable. You already know it's going to continue. So you have to take the bull by the horns, and you have to take control of things and make stuff happen here. Okay, additional meaning on the other side of that for anybody with this receiving this card in their reading. Those of you that are single, you're ready for a new love. Some of you, a new serious love relationship. And guess what? For those that are wanting it, love is coming your way because you're welcoming it into your life. So good for you. Keywords are love and commitment, future plans, maturity, time to grow up, hard decisions, dedication, emotions, and separation. The advice is make your choice based on your long-term plans. You have to think about you now. All your future plans, and base them on your short-term plans as well. For those looking in love, wait for the right person. Don't let yourself be distracted by people that are nothing but flirts, and you know that you could miss the right one. Don't waste your time on something that there's nothing of value that's going to develop from it. It doesn't mean just really, it means a lot of things. Don't waste your time. And don't be standing and running in one spot. You need to continue to grow. You need to move forward. And that's going to mean leaving some people, places, or things behind that are no longer serving you any good in your life. They're not helping you thrive. They're not helping you bloom. You're not staying emotionally, mentally healthy as well. It's just like being slowly poisoned every day. And you don't want to break anybody. You don't want to hurt anybody. You don't want to upset anybody. But it is what it is. And somebody's got to be the grown-up, and somebody's got to make the mature, hard decision to put a stop to this, to put an end to it, so new things can begin to be born into your life and born to unfold. Start making those future plans. And like the card said in love, you either make a commitment and you bond even deeper, or you let it go and you walk away. Start making future plans no matter what. And there is the essence of maturity coming in here. And like I said, that's making some really tough, hard decisions that are no fun for anybody, but somebody's got to do it. It's come down to that. Somebody has to make a difference here. They have to make the change. They have to make the ending. And you got to be dedicated and see this through to the end. Emotions are running really, really high with this. So that's that card for the month. We're looking here also at the Two of Cups in partnership. A nice card, but again, we're focused in on a partnership. Again, with two being unioned as one, this overall message, the overall meaning of this card is a relationship to last a lifetime, a partnership to last a lifetime. It's a good card overall. It's like-minded people coming together. It's not a bad card in any way, shape, or form. It's a very good card. But relationships are being highlighted here in this reading. There's the ending of something long-term for somebody. It could be where you work. Maybe you've been there 20, 30 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever, long-term for you. That could be coming to an end. Whatever this is, it's something that's a major part of your life. It's in the heartbeat of your life. It's not on the outside or the outskirts. This is the heartbeat of your life. And for some people, this is changing. It's going to change everything. Some for the better. Maybe. You know, whatever, right? But this card does predict love. It predicts equality, balance, comfort, acceptance, a meeting of the heart, a meeting of the minds. And whatever this relationship is for the few of you, there's only a few that's going to apply to. It's going to benefit all your relationships right across the board. It's going to be the best thing that's happened to you in years. It shows you as well making a commitment or keeping a promise. For some of you, that could be engagement or marriage, or some kind of an emotional investment into a shared project, something that's very close to your heart. You could be working on with somebody else. You have a mutual attachment and a mutual goal. Whatever that is, I'm not seeing what it is at all. This is also a very strong healing card. So if your relationship has been tested recently, it reveals that all is going to be okay. For those of you that are in a rocky spot, it's going to be okay. If your relationship, you can expect someone close to you to profess their love. For those of you that are single right now, and even those that aren't, there's going to be there's a third party coming in. It's somebody you're already involved. But there's somebody from the outside coming in. They're professing their feelings for you. This person is trustworthy. And it is somebody that you can depend on. So if you're single, go for it. Take it for a trial run. For anybody else, it doesn't matter if they're trustworthy and dependable and they're a good person. You can't follow through with this. Nothing good will come of it. The advice of the card: appreciate the love that you have in your life and the trust that you have in your relationships right now. All right. Don't entertain any on the side hanky-panky. It's not going to end well. Keywords here are soulmates and karma, love, intimacy, connection. There's healing and there's union. So that's that. Read it and weep, as they say, or celebrate. The last card we're looking at is the Five of Swords, and we're looking at conflict. We're looking at conflict. It ends the way it began, unfortunately. And it's a 5. Nothing ever good's coming out of the 5s. I don't like the 5s. That's my 5 right there. Yeah, that's it. This is craziness, is what it is. I don't like 5s. I don't care. Conflict. Somebody is coming through the end of an argument or other conflict. And here's the thing. It's not the first. We had this a little earlier. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It's a recurring thing. This conflict, this argument, this debate, it is a common thread. It's leaving you feeling battle worn now. You're worn out. You're sick of it. You're tired of it. There doesn't seem to be any stinking resolution, and you've tried. Here's the thing. It's going to leave you feeling small when you think about the times you fed back into this chaos and this argument because you couldn't handle being quiet or silent or walking away. And you're thinking, I probably shouldn't have said anything at all. I should have just taken action, is what I should have done. This is all after the fact, right? Somebody as well, for some of you, has betrayed somebody. You've been betrayed. Aries. Some of you trusted has been cruel. They've been unkind behind your back. It's wounded your friendship. It's never going to be the same. This could mean a business relationship for somebody as well. Or hurting a romance for somebody else, somebody causing you trouble, hurting your romantic life, and it comes out of a place of jealousy and a need of power. Somebody's trying to break you down. This card also brings up communication problems in some families as well. Hurtful opposition, people opposing you, not hearing you, not listening to you, being unfairly overruled or judged by other people, being ignored. That's a horrible feeling, but that's what some of you are experiencing. But on a more positive note, whatever's going on here that you don't know about, whatever's going on that needs to come to the surface and come to the forefront so it can be dealt with, that's what's going to happen. Things are going to pop up out in the open. No more questioning, no more wondering, no more suspicion, no more overactive imagination. All the truth of a situation or a partnership or a relationship are being brought out into the open so you know what you're dealing with. You know what you're up against. You know what you're going to be chased by. You already know. The advice is to stand your ground no matter what. You don't need to respond to anybody in a real aggressive way, but you do need to stand your ground and be assertive and say, I will not be moved. I'm standing my ground on this issue. These are the decisions and the choices I've made, and I'm moving on from here. Goodbye, it was nice knowing you, kind of a thing. Keywords for this card, final word in this reading, opposition and arguments. Somebody shaming, somebody bullying, someone projecting unfairness, loss, all on you, Aries. But here's the final word, and you can take this to the bank. Resilience. Resilience is what we're seeing here. So good for you. You're bouncing back. You're going to stand your ground. That's what's going on here. So there, it's a 3-hour mark, guys. It's 2 hours and 58 minutes. I've been sitting here reading. So I'm going to stop there, and tomorrow night I'll try to get on a bit earlier. Tomorrow night we're going to be looking at Taurus and Gemini, Cancer, and then Leo. I'm sorry, it's going to be what, day 5? Yeah, no, day 4. So 4th of September, 4 days late. Oh well, it's better some than none. I make no apologies for it anymore. Sorry, but anyways. That's true, Deb. I agree with you. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing your story as well. It's greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. A lot of the people in here tonight will be sending you healing energies, peace, comfort, thought. Yes, Taurus tomorrow, Jennifer. Sorry. But yeah, I've got to stop because it's getting late here. So life is what it is. We have our time together, and everybody has a best before date, don't we? We all have a best before date in some situations. And sometimes some people don't blossom or bloom, and their life doesn't really, it doesn't pop until they're late bloomers. Some people are late bloomers, and their life is late in late bloomers. I'm Cancerous too, Annie Moore, same thing. I'll try to make it around 8 o'clock my time. I'm on Atlantic time, Atlantic Canada time, about 8 o'clock my time. Where are you at, Annie? I know, aren't the crickets nice? I love them. Aren't they nice? You're in Massachusetts, you're only about an hour behind, I think. I think you're about an hour behind. Right now, Annie, it is 12:35 a.m. So what's it there, 11:35? Thank you, Lesha. I appreciate it. I try, Giselle. Merci beaucoup. Bonne nuit. Okay, yeah, you're an hour behind. All right, see, yeah. So it'll only be 7 o'clock your time, be about 8 o'clock my time. So in about there. I don't nail myself down to the minute. The phone could ring. The dog needs out. The cat's screaming for treats or whatever. When I get them taken care of. So anyways, I'll see you old guys all tomorrow. But I did yeah. I love nature too. The crickets, yeah, they've been saying they're quiet right now. And you know what? That's not normal, eh? There's a creature out there walking around. When the crickets all stop all of a sudden, it's because somebody's walking. There's a presence. There's something moving through, and they get real quiet until they know it's safe again. 4:30 a.m. where you're at, Stephen. So that puts you're in the UK? You in the UK, Stephen? Yeah, Giselle. You're in Scotland. Okay, yeah. I've got a friend that lives in Johnstown, outside of Glasgow, right in the Glasgow area. Yeah, I'm still up. I'm just ending up. I couldn't finish them all. I'll do Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo tomorrow night. Michelle, Intuitive Candles. I'll do them tomorrow night. I'm going to wrap her up here for the night. So, that's all I can do. 3 hours sitting here is long enough. So I'm going to get my jammies on and wash my face and get jammies on. And I have a little cup of tea. I ran out of tea this morning and I was like half panicked, but I got groceries in. So I got my 2 minute tea and a nice little piece of toast. Take my needle and then go to bed. Not everybody likes me. Yeah, I know. I get too tired. I do too much. That's why I'm thinking about taking a break from the private readings. I might just finish up what I have and stick to the mini readings, the monthly readings, and the mid-monthly readings. But I might give up the private for a little bit. I'll see. As long as I can meet my bills, I'll never get rich, and I'm not looking to get rich. But the mini readings, if they can cover my bills, then I'll be content with that. And I can do more online stuff for people. I can do more collective readings, on the spot readings kind of thing, and come up with a new idea, a different way to read for other people, things like that. So we're just doing different things to be a little more active and a little more visible on YouTube and on the Facebook group as well. So good night, Lashay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your help. Thank you. Can't say it enough. Thanks. Have a good sleep. Have a good night. Everybody's still waiting for something to happen. There's still like 46 people. They're all waiting. Nothing much is going to happen. Good night, dear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, till tomorrow. Yeah. But I will try to get on about 8 o'clock my time. So, okay. Good night, Catherine. I didn't even know you were here. Thank you for being here again. Thank you, Annie Moore. Good night. Good night, Steve and Clyde. Sleep well, my dear. Okay. We'll look you up on. I'll put an invite for you. Do you want to come into the group? It's closed and private, Stephen. I'll put out an invite for you if you want. Good night, Yvonne. Okay, no problem. I'm going to sign off, everybody. It's 3:05. Good night, Jennifer. Good night again, everybody. Please keep the peace in. You can share that love and that light out with the rest of the world. And remember, you're living under the microscope of the universe, of the cosmos. And it's taking notes. Let that sink in. Watch your thoughts, watch your words, and watch your actions. And try to be the best person that you can be. Good night, everybody. I'm out of here. I got to have my toast tea and my jammies. I'll watch a bit of something on Netflix, and then I'm off to bed. And I'll see you guys back here early tomorrow evening, I hope. Bye-bye, everybody.